what is up? Welcome to another SaruShow. Give me 1 second. I don't know, the camera's like pointed to the moon. Like I started it, I was like, wait a minute. Something looks weird. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another SaruShow, the one day of the week where we talk about a subject that you guys pick, you guys answer it, and we talk about it here. We actually got a lot today. 20-something answers today, so 18. It might 18. All right, 18 answers, almost 20 answers. So we're probably gonna have to get started quickly so that we can get through that in the hopes of getting through tonight's show in 2 hours. That never happens. SaruShow technically is supposed to be around 2 hours. It never happens. It always goes over, but we're gonna try to stay at the 2 hour mark. Oh, we got some stuff already. Cool. Cool.
So here comes Mark Dell's.
Mark Dell! He says, one cute Alicia Dragoon charm, please. Thank you, Mark Dell.
Alice Dragon charm PLZ.
And Matthew Roach.
Amazing. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate that.
What a cute Alicia Dragoon charm.
Thank you, you guys. Give me 1 second. Let me move the light, because lighting is a bit weird, but I don't want to turn on, like, all the lights. Because
it looks good.
It's too bright. It's too bright, and then I explode. All right, so before we get into the weekly question, announcements. Make sure that you guys pick up your mini zines, Modern Broadcast Volume 3. It is a whopping $3. This Modern Broadcast is about, oh my god, it's terrifying. This one is about FX Unit Yuki. And I should link it, actually. I need to find the link for it. Jesse's doing stupid things when he should be looking for the link for this. Alright, this basically, here's a teaser of FX Unit Yuki Mini Mix right here. For the Game Boy, it's the same social media teaser. It talks about FX Unit Yuki. You can also read this for free on Modern Broadcast website. If you go to Modern Broadcast, this is what, modernbroadcast.net. I almost said .com. It's modernbroadcast.net. I believe you can read it there for free. But if you want a physical copy, you can pick up a physical copy of that mini zine. It is also now available in Spanish, thanks to Stilka. Stilka has translated it into Spanish, and he will actually be helping me with the script for FX Unit Yuki for the PC version that Rover is working on currently. And yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be cool. How long will it sell? It'll be there, I think, indefinitely. I think it's gonna be there at least through the duration of this year. So I don't think you have to worry about it going anywhere. Anyhow,
let's see who's here.
Let's take a look and see who is here. Sorry about that. I just wanted to get that out of the way before I forget, because I always forget. Tsunami Sam is here. She says, "Wee! Hello, Tsunami Sam." Mark Dell is here as well. Let's see, who else? Brian, Screw the Net. Matthew Roach. Casamules is here. Hello. He says, hello.
Randrick.
Such days. Randrick. How is Rand? Welcome in, everybody. All right. And that is everyone who is present in the chat. Let's go ahead and just get started so that we can move this along. We can get to Gachapon. We can get to the video game giveaway. We can get to all of the things tonight. The question is still live if you do want to answer it, but we did get a lot today. So but if you'd want a chance for the video game giveaway that we do every single SaruShow, you can answer it if you want to, as long as it's not like a one-word answer or something like that. It needs to be at least a sentence. But anyhow, let's go ahead and start with number one. We had asked you guys last SaruShow, what game did you play much later in life but wish you had discovered it as a child? Or what was a game that you played recently that you wish you could have played sooner in life, right? Actually, for me, a good example is Alicia Dragoon. I didn't play Alicia Dragoon until I bought the Sega Genesis Mini, and it was my first time playing it. I had never played Alicia Dragoon before, and I played it. I couldn't stop playing it. I played it from start to finish. It was amazing. I did a video about it. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I wish now I had a physical copy of it, but it's too expensive. I feel like this is a game that I discovered too late in life, and the boat has sailed. So something like that. If you have like that type of game, you still want to talk about that subject, you could still answer the question. Matthew already pinned it at the top of the chat. Thank you, Matthew. You are awesome. All right. Number 1 comes to us from Shell, all the way in Sweden. Shell says, Earthbound. Off the top of my head, its cool graphics, great story, and awesome soundtrack was ahead of its time when it was released. And in some ways, it still is. I cherish it and try to play it through once a year since I discovered it via emulation over 10-15 years ago. Had I discovered it back in the day of the SNES, I would have played it to death, I suspect. Such a great game. Hope you all play it sometime in your lives. As always, if I'm not there in person, I'm always there in spirit. Much love and respect to Saru, Jesse, and the mighty Saru crew with heart emojis. Thank you so much, Shell, for that answer. Very awesome. Man, Earthbound is one that always comes up in so many of our SaruShow questions. Shell actually gifted me a copy of Mother 2. And because the Polymega can play, translated scripts, I could play it in English if I wanted to. We did play it, huh?
He gave it to me.
He gave it to Jesse. He says, we have a copy.
It's mine.
We have a copy of Mother 2. But yes, Shell gifted that copy to us. And thank you very much, Shell, for that. All right, moving on. Same question. What game did you wish you played sooner in life? Number 2 comes from Gizmo. Gizmo says, sadly, the game I discovered later in life was Zelda Link to the Past. Not that I had heard of it or heard of the franchise, but as a kid, I mostly played Mario, car racing games, platformers, etc. I remember seeing the older NES gold cartridge at my friend's house and remembered the name, but at the time, those games seemed so complicated and adult for some reason. I had a Genesis shortly after I got an old 2600 that I wish I still had it, so it came with so many games. Then I got an N64, a PS1 at the end of its life cycle, but throughout it all didn't play a Zelda game once. It wasn't until I had kids and a job working from home that I was able to play Breath of the Wild and started getting into retro gaming and reliving and finding new games from the past that I either overlooked or didn't know existed at all. But yeah, Zelda A Link to the Past would have been one that as a 10 to 13 year old would have been a lot of fun, but I can certainly appreciate them now, says Gizmo. Wow, very cool. I actually have a lot of good memories of Zelda A Link to the Past, and of course Jesse does. Jesse is a huge Zelda fan. He absolutely loves it. I never owned a copy of Link to the Past. That was something that I rented here when I came to visit my parents in Las Vegas, because they had a video membership to Video Time. My dad had bought me a Super NES, and when Link to the Past came out, we rented it. We had it for, 2 days. I remember, and we had to take it back. I remember my stepmom's like, "Are you done with that?" Like, the cart, and so I did beat it in that time, and you could do it. I remember not sleeping a whole lot during that time just so that I could beat it. Great answer, Gizmo. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's talk a bit more about his answer. He says, then I got a PS1 and an N64 at the end of its life cycle. Wow, okay. Very cool. Zelda Link to the Past would have, as a 10 to 13 year old. So I'm guessing we're around the same age, me and Gizmo. Randrick says, I recently replayed Minish Cap and I miss the old school Zelda.
Oh, I know.
I wish Nintendo would stop making them open world Minecraft and go back to the old formula. For reals, I think everybody wishes that, right? I think everybody wishes Nintendo would go back to the old formula of games. At least they kind of did with the remake of whatever it was called. What's it called? Link's Awakening, right? They did that whole, like, they looked like Play Mobile things. It looked cool, though. Oh my god, Sweets is here! Sweets, how you doing? I'll tell 15 minutes. Sweets, how you doing? How is Sweets? How is Japan? Sweet, like sugar, is in Japan right now. Consuming all of Japan. I can shout at them from the streets. At who? Who are you? Who are you yelling at? Pandas do not share. Are you in? Where are you? Did you go to the Ueno Zoo? They have. I think they have a panda there, don't they? Gizmo, we're talking about your answer right now. Actually, we were just talking about the whole Link to the Past thing. How you doing, Gizmo? Welcome.
That's what Sugar was saying about the Zelda. That's just shout at them.
At Nintendo?
At Nintendo.
Are you in Kyoto right now? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, to Kyoto.
Are you by the
She's traveling.
The current Nintendo building? Says Sweets is traveling at Warp 9 on the Shinkansen. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, you're on the Shinkansen right now? Listening to SaruShow? Naughty girl. You're gonna get all the Japanese side-eye. Which is all they do. I'm just kidding. I assume she's wearing headphones or something. Let's see here. There will be nothing left in Japan when Saru and Jesse go to Japan. Sweets will clear out Japan. Well, that's not a bad thing. I don't think we're gonna be able to buy like a whole lot of games. We're basically gonna go eat a bunch of food and then get stuff for Saru Crew probably. And whatever I can get for cheap. I need cheap shit. I'm looking for all the cheap crap that I can possibly use to fluff up my collection or resell at a later date. Let's see here. Was the last original classic style Zelda game Minish Cap? Was it? Was Minish Cap or Four Swords and all that? Were those the original ones? Sorry, I'm burping like crazy. Sweets, tell Nintendo to come out with the next gen Switch backwards compatible. It needs to be, right? It would be dumb if the next Switch console wasn't backward compatible. Yeah. It has to be. Like, it has to be, for sure. I believe it has to. It has to be. All right, here.
Worlds. That's the latest.
Oh, Link Between Worlds. Is that the one that was a remake?
Yeah, no, it's a 3DS. That's sort of like Link to the Past, kind of. But on the 3DS.
Right? Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Link Between Worlds?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was a remake of something. I thought they remade
It's not a remake.
I just choked on my
Link's Awakening for the Switch.
Oh, what am I thinking of then? What am I thinking of? I don't know. But yeah. That was a long time ago still, right? How long ago was that? Like a decade ago?
Holy shit. No.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Link Between Worlds?
No, yeah. The 3DS one.
Oh.
Not the Switch one. The Switch one is pretty recent.
2015, I think?
So 8 years ago? Damn! Yeah, looks like Switch 2 is gonna be official next year. Needs to come out next year. The Tegra in the current Switch is way past its prime. Technically, when the Switch came out, wasn't like the Nvidia Tegra 2 like just coming out? Or at least it was around the corner, right? Like, I feel like if they wanted to like really milk this whole Switch thing, they could have popped in the Nvidia Tegra 2 when those were a thing, and then do it again. They probably would have sold a shit ton. Tenga Egg by Nintendo. I need my Mario themed Tenga eggs, please. The Nvidia Tegra was years old when the Switch came out. Yeah, right. And I think the Tegra 2 was the thing, right? At the time, it was the current portable. What am I thinking? Mobile Nvidia processor.
Damn. Yes. 2013 was Link Between Worlds. 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Holy motherfucking shit.
That's what I said. I said 10 years ago. Nvidia haven't really done much since the Shield tablet. I saw Koryuna Super Potato for $1,200.
Damn.
Oh my god, that's so expensive. That's so crazy. That must have been an Akiba Sweets. Right? Maybe, yes. I feel like that would have been Akihabara. Right? Yes, probably. Somewhere in Tokyo. It had to be somewhere in Tokyo. Damn, that's a super expensive crayon, says Markdown. Oh my god, that's insane, says Randrick. That is crazy. Prince Peachy Keen Lovins says screw the net. Alright, moving on. Let's see. Gizmo number 3 is from Tanya. Tanya from El Calabozo. Am I saying that right? Caloboso del Androide on Twitch. They interviewed me for FX Unit Yuki. Super sweet couple. Tanya says, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Wow, very cool. When did you play Ocarina of Time during its heyday?
Yes.
I would have expected.
Oh, yeah.
Did you play all of the Zeldas during their heyday?
Uh-huh. I did. Every single one. I got Ocarina of Time at Toys R Us.
What about the original Zelda?
No.
That's the only one, right?
That's the
Because
only
you would have been
one.
too
One and
baby,
two,
right?
yeah.
You would have been... Yeah, the Nintendo one. So, everything after the Nintendo one, you would have played when they came out.
Yeah. My brother played the first one, I think.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah,
we're
I
like
remember.
this around the same
Yeah.
age, so... That makes sense, yeah. He probably played... It's funny, when the first one came out and I first played it, I was like, oh, man, this is boring. I wasn't into that stuff, like, at all. And I remember somebody let me borrow it for my Ninja Turtles game. He broke my Ninja Turtles game.
No.
But yeah, I remember being it like, oh man, this game is boring. And then like later on in time, I when the second Zelda game came out, that's when I started playing it. But because it was more like an action game, right? Because it was like sideways and stuff. But the first one was kind of like, but I didn't know any better. I was a stupid child. Sweet Like Sugar says it was Super Potato and Ikebukuro. Ah, okay, wow. I could only imagine. I'm guessing like all of Super Potato in Tokyo is probably super expensive, huh? Super expensive potato. Randrick says, if I remember correctly, Daniel got Koryun for like $500 sealed like a year ago. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, that might have actually already been like 2 years ago now. It's crazy how quickly time passes by. Man. Let's see, what did I miss? That's it. Super small, and I had to sit on the ground, but cool to see everything. Wait, I like that one, the layout of the store. You have to sit on the ground? You can sit in places? Because, like, in Tokyo, there's, like, nowhere to sit. That's my biggest issue with, like, Tokyo. Like, you go to Akiba, and, like, you know, we're big guys. So, like, you know, we want to sit because our feet will hurt after a while. So, like, in Akiba, I feel like it's so hard. There's, like, nowhere to sit, like, anywhere. And Nakano is the same way, right? Like, Nakano is also the same. You can't, like, sit, like, anywhere. Alright, so that's what Tanya said. Tanya said Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Great answer. Anybody else out there played Ocarina of Time after its heyday, like later on? Let me know in the chat. Alright, number 4 comes to us from CyberGirl007. CyberGirl says, a few of the original Game & Watches. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, see, for me, like, I've only ever played a handful of those Game & Watches. So, like, for me, most of them are games that I've just never played before. Those old Game & Watch things. Let's see here. That was a great answer from Cybergirl. Yeah, that's a pretty good answer. Alright, really quick here. Let me take a drink. Maybe you can read. Nah, I've already read all of it.
Great answer from Cybergirl. Yeah, I'm weird. I like small cramped stores like that, says Randrick.
That's like all of Tokyo are all cramped stores. Alright, let me make her smaller. I feel like she is ginormous. We're playing the soundtrack to Elysia Dragoon. This is the charm that we're doing a charm goal tonight on is Elysia Dragoon. Alright, number 5 comes to us from Randrick. For anyone who's just coming in, we had asked what game did you play much later in life, but which you had played it as a child. Any game that you played recently that you wish you had played it during its heyday. Randrick says, last year I played Snatcher for the first time on Sega CD. It was a great game and I really enjoyed it very much. It was quite the experience and reminded me why I liked Kojima games at the time. I kinda wish I had played this as a kid. Maybe my view on the cyberpunk and sci-fi settings would have been different at that time. That said, as I got older, I learned to appreciate other styles other than fantasy, says Randrick. Wow. That's one that I never played through either, is Snatcher. Like, I've only ever played, like, the first, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes of it. But it's also one that I wish that I had played back in the day. But I didn't have a Sega CD until much later in life. I wouldn't get a Sega CD until 1998 when I got a CDX. Late 1998, mind you. Oh, Matthew says Alicia Dragoon Charm for I'm Borderline and Sweet
Alicia Dragoon
like
Charm for
sugar.
Inboard 3 Rin 3 and Sweet Like Sugar.
For I'm Borderlines and Sweet Like Sugar. Thank you, Randrick. I appreciate. Oh, Randrick. Thank you, Matthew. Oh, I was reading Randrick's answer. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Very cool. Matthew, you are so kind. Such kind Matthew is gifting all the things to people. He gifting subs, gifting charms. Seriously, you are awesome, Matthew. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Those G&W games. Oh, those Game & Watch games are on the Mister now, I think. They're all terrible and worth playing. Oh, no. If they're terrible, it might be things Mark Dell might want us to play on the channel. I'm just kidding. Mark only likes a top-notch, excellent AAA quality games. He doesn't like anything terrible. Gachapon, there's a Gachapon link, by the way, in the chat. Go ahead and click on that link for your chance to win a free Gachapon. There's lots of stuff in the Gachapon thing for you to win absolutely free. So go ahead and do that. Do it for free stuff. If you're international, then we send you something flat, like a sticker or something, because it costs like $17 to ship a Gachapon. But if you're in the US of A, or Canada, or Mexico, we will send it to you. If you're in the...
Unless you're SaruPro Elite.
Yeah.
Goes in your box.
Then you get... Yeah, if you're SaruPro Elite, doesn't matter. It goes in your box no matter where in the world you are, because you have a box. Let's see here. My Wi-Fi keeps cutting in and out.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Sweets. Yeah, Sweets is on the train.
Like,
Yep. So, she's changing different... what do you call it? Those things. Changing, whatchamacallits. Wi-Fi's. I can't word. I got a box. Kitty.
Sorry, this is stupid. I hate this.
Kitty-chan for the Famicom. What is that? One other cheap game. What is Kitty-chan? Like Hello Kitty? A Hello Kitty game? Your train is going too fast. The internet can't catch up. That's what's happening. Is she's probably switching through access points. That's the technical name.
Mark Dell says, put it in my box.
Jam it right in my box.
Jam it right in my box.
Jam it in my
Gently.
box. Jam it in my box.
Kitty-chan.
Kitty-chan.
Oh, my toothbrush.
Don't you all know Kitty-chan? It's Carrie-chan. All right, moving on. Next one. Can you scroll down up to this point? Sorry, let's see. No worries.
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty. Okay. All right, number 6. Same question, different answer. Comes to us from GT Beakerman. Beakerman says Nexazar for the PC Engine. I wish I had access to the PC Engine library in the 1990s. There are so many great games I could have been playing back then. At least I have the ability to play them now, says GT Beakerman. Very cool. Nexazar is one that I super want in my collection. I really want it. I want it. I super want it.
What's up, Famicom Collecting?
Famicom Collecting, welcome! Welcome!
Welcome in! Matthew says Hello Kitty is not an actual cat, but
welcome!
Dresses up as a cat.
My sister's here. She says, Hello Kitty? Where? I ate it. I ate your Hello Kitties. We had all the Hello Kitties, but now they're in
now they're in my tummy.
Now they're in my body. In my body! I won't tell you how they got in my body. Just know that they're in there. Did we give her all the Hello Kitties?
Yeah,
we did, right?
Yep.
Last time she came, we gave her Hello Kitties. Every time we look around, like, stuff, we find, like, a random Hello Kitty that we were supposed to give my sister.
Oops.
Oops! Alright. Let's see. Hopefully I didn't miss too much. You missed half of the show. You missed all. I'm just kidding. You didn't. We're on number 7. We have 18 answers today.
Did you eat all the Twiglets, says Mark Dell?
Yeah. I was going to say yes.
Wait, yes.
We ate all of them. They're so good. Absolutely scrumptious.
You should have your sister should have some.
I know, we should have my sister try them. We'll have
everybody try them.
We'll have my sister try Twiglets, so she can share in the disgust. I mean, in the deliciousness. and the deliciousness that is Twiglets.
Your sister will probably be like, what?
Probably. She says, but I always want more Hello Kitties. That has been a thing. She's liked Hello Kitty shit since, I don't know, she was a baby. It's one of those things that she's loved forever. Forever. Tsunami Sam actually likes Hello Kitty shit too, don't you? Because I think she has a tattoo. Don't you have a Hello Kitty tattoo? I don't know if my sister does.
Your sister has one too.
Oh, that's right. My sister recently got a Hello Kitty tattoo.
And the tattoo looks awesome.
Yeah, my sister got some like elaborate ass tattoo. I don't remember what it was. But I'm like, this is so elaborate for Hello Kitty. She says, that sounds suspicious, Twiglets. I love Hello Kitty. I do have a kitty bow on my wrist, says Tsunami Sam. That's right.
Hello Kitty bow.
I should get another. All of them. I have a Hello Kitty tramp stamp. I love the new design charm. It is a Alicia Dragoon. It's Alicia Dragoon. You should get one. You should get one. I'm just kidding. You know, I'm like putting people on the spot. Get it so that we can make it. I never put that together. That's what the bow is. Yes, on her wrist. I only noticed it because I did that commission for Tsunami Sam, and she took pictures holding the cup, and I was like, oh, that's a Hello Kitty bow. I had never noticed it before, like on your streams, right? Because like Sam's streams are like from here to here, so like I rarely see the wrist. That picture is so good, which is yes, I was a whole inner forearm of Hello Kitty tattoos. I barely remember. I just remember it was an elaborate Hello Kitty tattoo. Tsunami Sam says, which was amazing, by the way. Thank you for commissioning me to do art for you. I appreciate it. I am taking commissions. I've done with all of them except one for I think it was a friend of Famicom Collecting. I think he's the last one that I have to finish, which I'm almost done. I basically just need a background for it, and I'll be done. And some stuff that he wants done differently. I love the art so much. Sweet Like Sugar says, Galaxy Fraulein for the Saturn was my other find for $5. I think it's a visual novel. The cover looks cool. Ooh, it might be... So Galaxy Fraulein 3 came out for the Saturn, and also Galaxy Fraulein Yuna Remix, which I think is like a redo of part 1. And there's like the big box one. The box one is remix. They made a box version of remix also. I don't have Galaxy Fraulein Yuna 3 on the Saturn, or do I? I don't remember. I thought I had all of them. Except one. I think I'm missing one Yuna game. It's so funny, Sweet Like Sugar. That was almost the charm today. I couldn't decide on which charm to do. And I asked Matthew, and Matthew was like, let's do Alicia Dragoon. And I thought it was a good idea to do Alicia Dragoon because it was a game that I hadn't discovered until way later in life. Because I didn't discover Alicia Dragoon until the Genesis Mini. So it just fell with the ding. But at some point, maybe I'll make a Galaxy Fraulein Yuna charm. If anyone's interested, I guess you guys can let me know, right? If anyone is interested in a Galaxy Fraulein Yuna charm.
Tsunami Sam.
Is this zoomed in? Why does it look...
Where?
This whole thing is zoomed in? Is it zoomed in?
This?
Tsunami Sam says, commission Saru, he's amazing! Yes, commission me! I will draw you things for monies. Alright.
Oh wait, Mark Dell says, Ghost Chaser's charm is still my favorite, but the Rugrats has my heart.
Oh yeah, you know what? I was thinking about maybe we should do a Rugrats stream. I don't know how we'll do that. Well, maybe we'll just make the charms and send them out. And then I was thinking maybe when that new Rugrats game came out, we can play that. Because I'm kind of interested in that one. There's a new Rugrats game coming out for the NES.
NES, yeah.
Yeah, and they're making like a real like physical one for it too. And I'm interested in playing it. So I was thinking about maybe we can play through that game when it comes out. And maybe we can do, at that point, we can do like the packaging. So maybe we'll just make the charms. We'll send the charms out to whoever bought them, which is just Mark. And then what we'll do is when we make the packaging, we'll just send packaging to Mark.
Yeah.
That he can put them in.
Mark Dell says, yes, Rugrats stream. So it was clever. Gizmo says, how to contact you for commission.
Ah! You can contact me. What are we messaging on? Instagram. Just message me your detail, whatever you want on Instagram. Because I think we chat there. Yes, Instagram. You can just chat with me on Instagrams or Twitter. Instagram, Twitter, anywhere really.
Or Discord.
Anywhere or Discord or wherever you want. Not Ko-fi. No, I'm gonna close the Ko-fi page. It's useless. It's absolutely, like, I got one commission on there. I'm just gonna close it. It's horrible. I'm just gonna take it. Also lets me pick and choose the commissions that I want. Like, Saru crew people obviously get first dibs all the time on commissions. I don't want to get like a random ass commission and then be like, I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? So basically, I'm just gonna do commissions for like Saru crew people and whoever Saru crew people recommend to me. And if I post something on Twitter or something, I don't know. I haven't publicly posted any commission stuff. So basically, all the commissions I'm doing right now is because people that we know have contacted me directly and asked, hey, can you do this for me or can you do that for me? But yeah, I'm gonna close the Ko-fi. It's been completely useless, so I'm gonna close it down entirely. But yeah, you can contact me on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you want. Basically, the way my commissions work is I work on like a $20 an hour scale. So if something takes me 2 hours to do, it'll be $40. If something takes me 6 hours to do, it'll be $120. Just like that. But I'm not exactly the best at time management, so sometimes I'll take like forever on something, and then I'm like, let's just say I did 5 hours or whatever. I'll usually I go lower than what I think I worked on it. So if I think I worked it in 8 hours, I round down. I round down, not up. So, but yeah, usually I go on like a $20 an hour scale for stuff, and yeah. So oh, should we come up with the next show's question? Oh no, but Sweet's on the train. Sweets is on the train. Never mind. We'll come up with it on Discord and we'll put it on the Discord.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? Can you scroll down to this one? We can answer this one. All right, for anyone who's just coming in, we had asked you guys what game did you play much later in life but wish you had played it back in the day or when you were a child or during its heyday. Number 7 comes to us from Mackenzie, Ring Fit Master. He says, oh my god, there are so many choices. Picking one just seems unfair because there are so many retro games in my collection I wish I knew existed as a kid. My pick would have been my entire Sega Saturn and Sega Dreamcast collection. Sega Marine Fishing, I'm always booting it up when I turn on my Dreamcast, but one of the games I wish I had as a kid was Skies of Arcadia. This game is nothing new in comparison to other RPGs out there, but the one thing it did right was be just a good game with a good story. The game is so beautiful to look at. Today's music is amazing, but the best part is the characters. P.S. Sorry I haven't been hanging out much this past week. It's been a little chaotic lately, but I've been thinking about you guys all the time. Things should start slowing down, and I can't wait to see you guys again. Your friend, Mackenzie. Ah, thank you, Mackenzie. We will be here. We will be here when you return. When you make your triumphant return. Thank you, Mackenzie. Good answer. Good answer. Such a sweetheart. I know, he's such a sweet boy. Such a sweet boy, Mackenzie. I don't know why I say that like he's like... like when you're talking to like puppies, you're like, oh, that's a sweet boy. That's a sweet boy. I don't know. He just... That's Jesse's.
It's so cute.
That's Jesse's sweet boy. He is cute. He's adorable. I just want to pinch his cheeks. Why are you crushing him?
Oh, sorry.
Don't crush him. He's a baby. All right, next one. Next one comes to us from Inu Base. Inu Base says, Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior for the NES. As a kid, I spoke no English, nor had a console of my own. I got to play it on the good old Nesticle emulator for the first time when I was around 19, when I was at uni. I enjoyed the playthrough in that weird ye old English enough that I restarted it in Japanese the next day. The grandiose music, the enemies' graphics, all full of charm. I'm sure my younger self could have enjoyed it a lot more. It could have been a fine distraction from the rant about the horrors of the average Latin American childhood in the 80s, says Inubase. At least in the days we had electricity, says Inubase. I don't know why I'm laughing. That's actually not a funny thing. That was, a thing I guess in the 80s was like a bad time for the Mexican economy. But very cool. Yeah, Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior for us in North America.
What's up, Mike the Hype?
Mike the Hype, welcome. How you doing, Mike? Welcome in. How are you? I like how he says, I enjoyed the playthrough in that weird ye old English. And I thought we started in Japanese. For those of you who don't know, Inubase is, he lives in Japan. He's originally from Mexico. He's also an indie game dev. For those of you who don't know, he made a game called El Panadero, which means the baker. It's like a staple thing in Mexico to have panaderos. And the game is about bakers that vanquish aliens with baked goods. It's a cool concept. The game is fun. I got to play it early on. At some point, I should stream it once he's got I actually didn't ask him if he's got a completed version of it. But wishlist it, or maybe play the demo on Steam. It's called El Panadero, and you can find it on Steam. And Inubase made it all by himself, so it's quite the effort, really, for someone to make a game like that all by your lonesome in the small amount of time that I did it in, because he's worked on this game for less than a couple years, I think, and gotten such a long way. All right, let me take a breather. Looks like the next one is a long answer. It's a long answer, but it's not a Merox answer. Wow. Interesting. All right, very cool. All right, so for those of you just coming in, we had asked you guys what game did you play much later in life but wish you had played it as a child, or played it sooner, or played it during its heyday. The next one comes to us from Brian Sibley. He says, well, this is easy answer for me, because the game that I played later on in my life that I would have wanted to discover as a kid or a teen was actually a remake that came out on the PlayStation Portable. The game is actually a remake of a sort of remake retelling for the Game Boy Advance, which was a retelling of the game of the original PlayStation, which was the port of the Sega Saturn game, which was full remake of the Sega CD game. Breathe. If it wasn't obvious by now, the game is Lunar the Silver Star Story Complete Lunar Advanced Lunar Silver Star Harmony. I remember going to my local GameStop to just browse to see if there were any new games that would interest me. At the time, I was really getting into anime-style turn-based RPGs because I was kind of getting burned out on Pokemon. Yeah, surprisingly so. So I wanted to try to stay into Pokemon while not playing games as much to cause burnout, so that I was looking into a game that had the same anime style and turn-based system that I preferred, and still do this to this day, period. I was going by the PSP shelves and ads promoting upcoming games on the shelves. Where they put the new upcoming games was Lunar Silver Star Harmony Limited Edition for my PSP. My interest was immediate, and I read the back of the box and looked at the screenshots, and I could easily tell that it was a turn-based RPG, so I began planning to get it. Here in Illinois, we had a program called the Circuit Breaker Program. It gave once a year depending on how much you paid and got from it, either work or Social Security. You got a check that I don't remember the maximum amount you could get, but at the time was due to do it again for a renewal. Sorry, I lost my place. There are like no commas. There's like a period every, where am I? It gave once a year depending on how much you paid and got from Social Security. You get a check that I don't remember the maximum amount you could get, but at the time I was due to do it again for a renewal, so I did it at the main branch of the Evanston Public Library in downtown Evanston, being I didn't have internet at home. It was a torture to wait, but they approved it, and I got my check, and I used it to get a new PlayStation Portable 3000 and Lunar Silver Star Harmony Limited Edition. I loved playing it, and it helped me out of my burnout, so I learned more about Lunar, and I found out that I was missing out on by only playing games on the console company that thinking it was a competition for the consumer too. I missed out. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I lost my place. Where's the period? I missed out on a lot of potential games that I might have liked, so I then decided to try to keep an open mind about games and give everything a chance. As of now, I obviously don't have anything besides my Switch and my laptop, even though it has a cracked screen, but I do have an iPhone 7, and in the past, when I had an iPod Touch, I got Lunar Silver Star Story Touch, and I'm still playing it. I'm thinking I'm taking my time with it, but I'm having so much fun with it. I'm in the part where after the fake Dragon Master, and I think that I'm under level. If anyone has played this version of the game, can you tell me what level you were when you got to the fake Dragon Master? That the help would be much appreciated, says Brian Sibley. Save a Saru, use a comma.
Mackenzie,
we were just talking about you.
we just read your thing.
We were talking about how Mackenzie was the sweetest boy of all the boys. Thank you, Mackenzie, for stopping in. How you doing? We were literally just talking about you. Save a Saru, use a comma. Please donate commas to Saru. When I read these answers, I read them as I read them, you know, so like I don't know where to interject like periods and commas and stuff. Usually that's my cue to stop or, you know, to further with whatever sentence. So yeah. We were talking about you behind your back. It says Saru reads whatever it says on the end. What was it? It was like "fuck you, San Diego" or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that movie. That movie is so good. Is that what you're referencing? Are you referencing Anchorman? Oh, such a funny movie. I love those movies. Where is it? Right here. All right. Does anyone have a soundtrack? We listened to all of Alicia Dragoon.
Yes.
Ron Burgundy. You guys talking behind my back. I should have known, says Mackenzie.
Mackenzie says, I'm super tired. Today was my friend's wedding. I was one of the best man. Oh, that's great. That's
nice.
Awesome.
That's cool. Very cool. Picture of Mackenzie in Discord looking dapper for his friend's wedding. That's awesome. Very cool. Sorry. I had to burp. Let's see here. The fake Dragon Master is the one that is a poison swamp island area after meeting Jessica, says Brian Sibley, which was his answer just now.
Play the music from whatever the next answer is. Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one. For whatever the next answer is. All right. Nice. This one is a short answer. So you can go ahead and type it in. This was the next one.
Splatterhausen.
Welcome to Splatterhausen. All right.
For a second, I'm like, oh,
there it is.
I did it right, and nope.
You did it right. Next one comes to us from Tito 803. That's Ruben from España. His answer was Splatterhouse 3. Was a game that he wished he had played, I guess, back in the day. For those of you just coming in, the answer was at what game did you want to play? Did you play later in life, but wish you had played earlier in life? Sorry, my bad.
Alright, I think we should do, since it's in the middle, we should do Gachapon.
Alright, Gachapon time. Gachapon time. We'll listen to the soundtrack and then we'll play the music for whatever the next game is. Matthew, thank you so much for that $20 super chat. That funds the charm. Matthew almost single-handedly funded this charm. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate it. Seriously, I think it's like for the Matthew. Who else? Mark Dell. Yeah, it's pretty much Matthew and Mark Dell funded this charm. So thank you, you guys. Thanks, Matthew. I appreciate that. He owns 80% of it. Look at Gachakun's face. Alright, here we go. Here is the wheel. These are the 5 people who entered. The odds are good, you guys. Odds are good. Odds are good for you guys.
Alright, I'm going to shuffle.
Steps Gaming says
One,
Eastbooks 1 and 2 for the TurboGrafx 16 CD-ROM. Steps Gaming, you are a person after my own heart. That is my favorite game of all time.
All right, here we go. Marcus says, Joe, Jesse, spin that wheel. All right,
Of all time. All right, here we go, you guys. Good luck.
It's gonna be Mark Dollar Tsunami Sam. It's gonna be it's Tsunami Sam.
Tsunami Sam. Tsunami Sam is winner. Winner, Tsunami Sam, you're the winner of this week's Gachapon giveaway. All right, so the way the Gachapon giveaway works is you pick a number between 1 through 4, and the corresponding number is the prize that you get that comes out of the Gachapon thing. And then we send it to you, and yeah, prizes. Tsunami Sam says 2. All right, here we go. Stop molesting Gachakun. You leave Gachakun alone. You leave Gachakun alone. All right, ball number 1. Ball number 1 is some sort of prize. Sailor Moon wand. Do we still have one of those in there? We still have a Sailor Moon wand in there? Wow.
Nothing for that one.
Yay, Sam. All right, here we go. Coin number 2. You got to give it a shake. Make sure you're using the Japanese coins.
I am, yeah.
All right, here it is.
Here's 2.
Here's ball number 2.
This is
ball
yours.
number 2. This is Tsunami Sam's ball. Let me open it up here. It is a Starmie? Staryu? Which one is the
Starmie?
Starmie. It is a Starmie necklace. Here's my Vanna White hands. You can wear this and show it off to all your friends that you have Pokemon jewelry.
Sure.
Gorgeous!
You want showing it? Yeah.
There we go. Let it zoom in. There it is. There it is. Your Starmie necklace. Starmie necklace. Alright, let's see what would have been ball number 3. What was behind door number 3? Bob. Number 3 was a Hayato from Star Gladiator. Star Gladiator. And ball number 4 was what? Ball number 4. What are you? Oh, Dragon Ball. Gogeta. Or, what is this one called? Gogeta? Gogina? Vegito? Vagina? I don't know. I think it is Vegito, actually, right? Maybe? Gogina. There you go. Very cool. Thank you, Tsunami Sam, and everyone for participating in the giveaway. Moving on. Let's see. Scroll up in the chat just a little bit, because I think I missed some stuff. We were talking about stuff. Steps Gaming says, I agree. It's in my top 3. Maybe one for me. Really have to think about it. Rondo of Blood is up there too, says Steps Gaming. Steps Gaming, are you excited? Did you watch the Castlevania Netflix show? Are you excited for the new one? The newest installment is about Rondo of Blood. And it looks pretty badass. Though Maria's depiction is more like the depiction of her in Castlevania X Chronicles for the PSP. They did like, she's got like that like more Victorian look and not like the little girly dress that she has in the original Dracula X. But I'm okay with that. I'm alright with that. Ooh, maybe I want to watch that show. You should watch it. If you haven't seen the show, it's all on Netflix. First season is very short, 4 episodes, and then there are 2 other seasons that are normal sized episodes. Yeah, they took some liberties though, like it's happening during the French Revolution. Oh yeah. The whole show from beginning to end takes a lot of liberties, right? Or they add stuff, you know, like there was some crazy shit, right? And it was super, super violent. I mean, they took a lot of liberties to make it interesting, I guess, right? So, like, the general plot is there. Some stuff happens that's kind of weird, but the show in general, I liked it. I enjoyed it. Some people were upset with how the original show ended, but which is all I'll say. I thought it was fine, but it was fine. All of the facial expressions in each ad. What?
They're talking about Sweet Like Sugar skating Japanese ads. Commercial ads.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, YouTube ads.
Yeah.
I'm dumb. Steps Gaming says, ooh, maybe I should watch that. So Steps Gaming, you're a big PC Engine TurboGrafx person? Or do you just happen to like East and Rondo? I absolutely love the TurboGrafx CD PC Engine. I grew up with it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it! Let's see. I actually prefer the original anime style art of the game. Yeah! But, like, I don't know that it would have... I don't know. I don't mind the seriousness of the look of the Dracula show. I feel like they were going for something that fit the feel, right? Like it fits the feel of everything that's going on. You know, there's a whole shit ton of death. It's about vampires. It's a bloody ass show. Let's see here. I love the TurboGrafx PC Engine. Didn't have one, but a friend did. I guess now it made it seem cooler to me since I didn't have it. Do you have one now? Very cool. All right. What was the answer? Oh, hold on. What was it? Matthew Roach. Matthew Roach is next. As soon as we go, I get the mouse back. I can.
1 second.
I can check.
Okay.
I can check.
Need to double check something. Okay.
Do you have a TurboGrafx or PC Engine now? Like there are ads for Pampers diapers in Japanese that are hilarious. So Sweet Like Sugar, that's awesome. Sweet Like Sugar is in Japan right now, so she's getting all the Japanese advertisements, all of the ads. Let's see, next one. All right, for those of you just coming in, we had asked you guys what game did you play much later in life, but wish you could have played it as a child, or a game that you wanted to play during its heyday. Ooh, I like Matthew's answer so far for it. All right, Matthew or Major Motoko, Matthew Roach, he says, Matthew here, the game that I play later on in life that I wish I had discovered as a child has to be any of the Bonk games that are on the TG16 PC Engine for the graphics, how fun it is to play. Having a core graphics would have been ideal for me when I was younger in getting into Hue cards, as well as the CD attachment to play games like Eastbook 1 and 2, etc. It's such a great answer. Such a great answer. Eastbook 1 and 2. I mean, you guys know we're beating a dead horse at this point, but you know, you guys know it's my favorite. Blah blah blah. Great answer, Matthew. I love that. All right, now we're gonna play some Bonk music in lieu of Matthew's answer.
Bonk what?
Just Bonk. Yeah, we'll just do Bonk's Revenge. Bonk's Revenge. Because it's so good. Here we go. Here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful! Beautiful. Alright. Moving on. Let's see. Mike the Hype says, have you heard it's rumored they are making a Star Fox movie? Same animation as Super Mario Brothers? Is that real? Well, I mean, it's a rumor, but I mean, like, I hope it's real. That would be cool. That would be rad. That would be super rad. The Japan ads have much more facial expressions. Ah, got it. Okay, now I understand the reference. I got it. Let's see here. Steph's Gaming says, I have a TurboGrafx Mini and a PC Engine Mini. Not a legit console. Unsure what I could get, or what I would get if I did. I would maybe get a real one, then get an EverDrive. Games are super pricey. Yes, actually, yeah. What you should do is get like just the core graphics console.
It's in the bottom.
And then get EverDrive. Like if you get one of these little PC Engine guys, the new EverDrive now is like a Hue card. Ignore the monitor, that's just there, but the EverDrive. Well, I'm sure you know, right? I'm sure you know that the new EverDrive is a card now. It's just a card. I don't know where mine went. I don't know where it went. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. But yeah, here it is. Here it is. You can just get one of these guys right here. And bam, you have the CD library now too. Super sweet. You can play all your games on your tiny PC Engine, or you could take this and stick it in your mouth. Whatever you want to do, you could do it. Live your dreams.
Mardell says, what Nintendo thing would you most like to see be a movie?
Ooh. Oh man. Like a does it have to be like a Nintendo property? I think a Kirby CG movie would be so cute. Right? They could target it to like kids. That'd be a good question. What video game property would you like to see made into a movie? Amazing. Oh shit! Matthew! Matthew, give it all the love. Oh my gosh, Matthew. Matthew, thank you so much. Look at that, Matthew gifting all the subs. Matthew's gifted a sub to Tsunami Sam, to Screw the Net, to Hugo Stiglitz, Omar Menchaca, and Kanime the artist. Thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate you gifting all the subs. He's spreading that Saru cheer. Spreading that Saru cheer. Very nice. Thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate that. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Then, you know, people, they come back, they sub, they do stuff.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate it. Matthew is awesome. Matthew is awesome. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. Much love. All right. Back to the weekly question. We had asked you guys, what game did you play much later in life but wish you had played it sooner? Number 11 comes to us from Michael. Michael says it would be arcade machines. I'm not sure if that counts. Wish I could go back in time where I could play, where I could hold a pocket of tokens, my parents leaving me on my own with a bunch of strangers, not knowing if I was dead or alive, or experience the madness of everyone enjoying the new games of that era. I can relate 100% to this answer. He says, I have expressed this to my close friends, but they insist that there are tons of them around town. But alas, we all know it's not the same with the dumb ticket redemption games and their boop beep boop boop crap, and those disease-ridden kids coughing and screaming their heads off while their parents are on their phone. Sorry for the rant. If I had to choose one, it would be Bubble Bobble. Man, that's such a funny answer. That's almost in vein of like Sasquatch answer, right? That's so funny. I love that. That was great.
Disease-ridden kids. Coughing, screaming.
But alas, we all know it's not the same with the dumb ticket redemption games with their boop beep boop boop crap and those disease-ridden kids coughing and screaming their heads off while their parents are on the phone. That's great. I love that. Love that answer.
Sure that's not Sasquatch.
Are you sure? I don't know. Is it?
No, that's not his name.
Okay. I was gonna say maybe you put some other name, but yeah, that's funny. I like that one, Michael. Whoever you are, hopefully we get more hilarious answers like that. That was great. That was great. He totally channeled Sasquatch.
He did.
Did he have Sass write this for him? Right? Doesn't it feel like he like channeled Sasquatch? That totally feels like the humor of a Sasquatch answer. I love that. Hilarious. All right, next one comes to us from Sweets.
You missed Markdell.
Sorry, next one comes to us from Markdell. Thank you. I
You're
would have
welcome.
totally skipped over that. All right, number 12 comes to us from Markdell. Markdell says Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI or US3, and Earthbound. It's so wild to me that such amazing Super Nintendo games never got a release in the UK. I know it's kind of cheating to list 3 games, but as I've gotten to know so many US peeps, I've learned how pivotal those RPGs were, and I'd love to have experienced them back on their release. I'm so glad I had the chance to go back and play them ever since, says Mark Dell. Yes, they absolutely are pivotal, right? Like, most people you hear talk about these games and many answers throughout, whether it's, their favorite RPG games or the games that had characters that they related with, and stuff like that, games that were rare, like all these are games that come up a lot. These are very good answers. Mark Dell, it's totally fine that you listed 3. It's fine. You don't have... It's more conversation. We always say, which game, but obviously there's a number of games, right, that a lot of us can talk about. Good choices. Mark says Gizmo. Let's see. He says, I'd have put so much time into those games, says Mark Dell, while they never came out in the UK. That is crazy. None of them? All 3 of them didn't come out in the UK? Wow. I would have thought that at least Final Fantasy would have come out in the UK. I can see the other 2.
Famicom Collector says, I joined the Saru crew from a gifted sub.
I just heard from a gifted sub. So yeah, that's super awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Famicom Collecting. Matthew gifting subs to people. That people, stick around after that. So I appreciate you sharing that with us, Famicom Collecting. Randrick says, oh wait, Markdale says, not until later, like Chrono came out on the DS, right? Yeah, when they did that, the re-release of Chrono Trigger. That's crazy. Why didn't they come out in the UK, says Brian. Randrick says, I can rarely choose one game with these types of questions. That's completely fine. If you guys have, a few that you always want to, or you want to throw in there, that's completely fine. All it adds to the conversation. I mean, you guys have seen Marok's answers. We ask one answer, and Marok is like, I can't list just one. I have to list these 32 games that were the cornerstone of my gaming life. And then many fluff words. Where is Marox? I haven't seen Marox in the Discord or answer in a while. It's been at least a couple shows, right? Last 2 shows, we haven't got a Marox answer yet.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Alright, let me see if I missed anything. Give me 1 second. Just give me to chat. Mike the Hype. I read that one.
What's redirecting in stream?
My sister says, yes, I got an ad during the stream too. Drove me nuts. Alright, let's see here. I think they came out so late in life of the SNES. That's possible, right? And I guess maybe in like the UK, they moved on. They moved on. Maybe he's been writing a very long answer this whole time, waiting for the perfect question, says Mark Dell. That's hilarious. Mackenzie says, still here, was just washing my face before bed, says Mackenzie. Are you going to watch this from bed? Watch this from bed. Let's see. And every game I can remember, it's been a while, says Screw the Net. All the games. All the games.
No sleep, only Saru, says Mark Dell.
No sleep, only Saru.
That'd be a good shirt. No sleep, only Saru.
No sleep, only Saru. Alright, moving on to the next one. Next one comes to us from Sweet Like Sugar. Sweet Like Sugar says, Koryun. It's full of colors and fruit and a cute little dragon trying his best against all odds. I would have loved the heck out of that game as a kid. Me too, Sweets. I didn't play Koryun until like 2014 when I got it. And at the time, I just wanted it because it was getting up there. And I was like, it's a cute game. I better get it before it gets crazy. And I think at that even at 2014, I still bought it for a lot. It was like 100 and something at that time. It was still crazy. It was crazy. But super cool game. One of my favorites as well. Obviously, it's one. Is it one of the emotes here, or is it just on Twitch? I think it's just Twitch, right? Let
me see.
Emote for the Koryun. No, it's here too.
No, it's here too.
It's here too. So cute. Koryun. There it is. There's a Koryun. Excuse me. There's a Koryun. So cute. So cute. But yes, Koryun. Absolutely adorable. Adorable. Mackenzie says, I'll try not to sleep. Sleep is for the weak. We're almost done. We're almost done, Mackenzie. Don't worry about it. We're almost there. I'm actually going through these quickly tonight. Martel says, "Oh my God, that's the emoji. That's what the emoji is. Yes, it's Koryun. He's so cute.
Should we stream on Twitch for a bit?
So cute." Juan Castillo, what's up? He says, "Hola, mi amigos. I was just thinking about you, Juan Castillo. I don't remember why you popped up. I was thinking about when I used to do the sketches on stream, and I was remembering all the people, and then I was like, oh yeah, Juan Castillo." Because I did a bunch of commissions. I think it was like Randrick. Because we were talking about commissions earlier. And in my head, I just started thinking about the time when we used to do VGST, before SaruShow became SaruShow, we used to call it Video Game Show and Tell. And I used to do, back in the beginning, way in the beginning, Randrick, Juan Castillo, these people are all people who were here since the get-go, right, of our live shows. And we used to do these like little $10 sketches. People would donate $10, and I would just do like a random sketch on a post-it note, and we used to put it back there. Remember?
Oh,
we used to do post-it note stuff, and then we started doing like digital ones, and then those got crazy. But I remember we started doing them as like just little post-it notes, and then we got more elaborate with it. But then we stopped doing it all together because we changed the format around and stuff. What? Oh, it's bonk, because we have that as the game request thing.
Oh,
it freaked me out. I was like, wait, what? What's happening? I need to play that Koryun and that Alice Dragon game. Oh, Alicia Dragoon is so good. It's a good game. It's a good game. Play it. But yes, Koryun is adorable too. Play it because it's adorable.
I still got your poster from Adolf, says Randrick.
Ah, that's right.
And Juan Castillo says, "You drew sands for my son. We cherish it to this day."
Oh, that's so awesome. That's so cool. I love hearing that. Well, thank you.
Juan Castillo,
thank you for sharing
months.
that. Oh, shit. Thank you, Juan Castillo. I hope your children are watching. Or hopefully they're used to cussing. Damn. Holy 38 months. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Juan Castillo. That is... What is that in math? 3 years and 2 months. 3 years and 2 months. And he's been on Patreon even longer than that. He's been on Patreon for like 4 years, probably, yeah. I think. So, yeah. Very cool. Thank you so much, Juan Castillo. I appreciate it.
Mark Dell says, "I need to play that Koryun and Alice Dragoon game." Says Mark Dell.
The Alice Dragoon. There it is. YouTube's all late. Oh, he did say Alice Dragon. Alice Dragon. Alice Dragon. This way. Alice Dragon. This is Alice Dragon. And her baby dragon. Her dragon's name is Frank.
Gordos, what's up?
Actually, I don't know. Gordos! What's up, Gordos? How is Gordos?
Mackenzie.
He says, "Jello, everybody." What's up, Gordos? How you doing? What'd you do today? What you eat today? Do we have a Gordo's answer in here this week? Oh shit! Thank you, Mackenzie. 24 months. Where did the years go? Right? Where? 2 years. It's funny though, but you've been here longer than that, right, Mackenzie? Pretty sure.
I think he has, yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure you've been here even longer than that. Thank you, Mackenzie. I appreciate that. Juan Castillo says, "You guys are the best." Thank you, Juan. I appreciate it. You guys are all so awesome. Super, super, super awesome. And Randrick says, I still have your post-it of Adol. And Yuko too, right? Where is it? Yeah, and Yuko from Valis, says Randrick. That was around the time where we were showing those Valis things. I think that's like an iconic old moment from SaruShow, those Valis things. And Yuko's top came off. And let's just say the doll is very detailed. Very detailed. Gordo says, "Doing good. Just been playing a new game to me, The Messenger." How are you? Says Gordo's. Mark Dell bought me The Messenger. We were playing that. When were we playing it? Like last week, right? We played it.
Yeah.
And then the week before that, we played it. We played The Messenger. Mark Dell bought it for me because it was on sale. That game is so good. It's so good. You know, another game that kind of tickles my fancy, that kind of feels like that same kind of like new retro feel is what is it called? The Bat Boy or Bat Boy? I think it's The Bat Boy, right? It's about a boy with a baseball bat. and looks very Messenger Shovel Knighty kind of like old new feel. The bikini armor went flying, says Randre. It just popped right off. Tsunami says, I'm also playing the Messenger. Where are you at in the game, Gordo? Where are you at in the game? Tsunami Sam, are you streaming again? Am I missing amazing Sam streams? If I am, I will kill myself right now for my discrepancies. For my I will end my life. I will end my life right here, right now. Gordos, 31 months of Gordos. Thank you so much, Gordos. Gordos says, tickle your fancy. Is that what you call it? That's what the kids are calling it nowadays. Tickle my fancy. Tickle my fancy till Tuesday. Just give it a flick.
Elephant.
Give it a flick, elephant. Jesse is drawing inappropriate drawings. I won't show you because...
You just did.
Well, they can't see it from the... He's
marked out with zoom in.
He's marked out with zoom in. Jesse's drawing inappropriate things. Flick and tickle, says Tsunami Sam. Let's see. Thinking about all the Nintendo franchises that could be a movie. Did you ever see the Animal Crossing movie? What? Was there an what? Was there an Animal Crossing movie? Show the beautiful arts. I almost read that. Show the booty hole.
Booty hole.
That's a booty hole. No, Kesha, that's a valve. The Messenger devs really upped their game with Sea of Stars. Almost finished it. That's like, is that like, that's an RPG, right? We gave away a copy of it courtesy of Reluctant Hero on the Discord. But before that, I hadn't really seen it. There it is. YouTube is just super slow. Thank you, Gordos. Thank you, Gordos. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. My sister says it's wieners. Of course. Of course it's wieners.
That's a penis.
That's a penis. It's always wieners. Sea of Stars is like a sequel to The Messenger. Is it really? I thought it was its own like self-contained thing. Do they reference it? Do they reference The Messenger in it? Is it made by the same people? Who is Devolver? Devolver put it out? Who made the game? I don't even know. Same universe, same areas. Wow, nice. That's kind of cool. Now I kind of feel like maybe I should play it. Mackenzie says, we need charms of Jesse inappropriate things for my work keys. Like, it'll just be the same, like, Jesse thing, but with nothing on. And, like, a little elephant. A little tiny elephant. And a bag of chips. And a bag of Cheetos, nothing else. Sabotage Studio, says Juan Castillo. Ah, okay. Okay. Very cool. That's cool that they did that. That's awesome. Brian says, yeah, there was an Animal Crossing anime movie done by OLM. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Gordo says, I bought it last week on sale too. Since winning the Sea of Stars, I saw that The Messenger was a prequel, so I had to get it. Yeah, the cloaked dudes are in Sea of Stars and the dragon. That's right. Gordos is the one who won it. Gordos is the one who won that copy that Reluctant Hero gifted and that we gave away on our stream. Very cool. So it's a prequel to it. Well, shit. Now I feel like I have to finish The Messenger at some point and play myself some Sea of Stars. It looked cool, but it's like it's like an RPG, right? Yeah, it's like Juan says it's an amazing RPG, loosely connected, same universe of The Messenger. Cool. Yeah, eventually I get it. Right now, I'm not really buying games at the moment, but maybe I'll wait when it goes on sale, then I will get it. And then I will play it. But I gotta beat The Messenger first anyway. I need to beat The Messenger, and then maybe I might get that Bat Boy game.
It's a turn-based game. I like that.
Yeah, it's a turn-based game. Maybe Jesse can play that one.
I love it.
Jesse hasn't streamed in a long time. I was gonna get him to stream Rugrats so that we can do those charms.
Yeah.
You know, and do like a charm pool on YouTube or whatever. But I think it might be better to wait for that new Rugrats game to come out, and then we can just play that on stream. Because it's kind of like the only Rugrats game that I've actually been interested in checking out, right? It's not out yet, but it looks like a fun old Nintendo game, right? Like it's got like, it kind of looks Super Mario 2-ish, sort of, you know? Because there's like, I think who are the twins? Lil and Phil?
Lil and Phil, yeah.
There's a clip where Lil is like digging up Super Mario style in like the dirt, right? And like Tommy looks like Bonk for some reason. I guess any big round head baby thing, right, can look like Bonk. Let's see here. Sheila LaBouffe says, just do it! Just do it! Just do it! Maybe.
Later.
Just do it! Later. But that Rugrats game is sometime next year. Ah, fuck, next year. That's a long time. That's a long time to wait to do a stream.
I want to do a stream on my birthday. Zelda. Either, play Zelda, like a game full from the start from the ending.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, so Jesse. Oh, that's right. Jesse birthday stream coming soon.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks on YouTube.
Actually, less than 2 weeks.
On YouTube. He's gonna do it on YouTube. You be on YouTube. You come. You watch. He plays Zelda. Rander says, I played Vengeful Guardian. It's good, but for some reason I'm not good at this one. I usually don't have a problem playing that kind of game, but this is one that I just suck at. What is it like, Vengeful Guardian? Scruffy looking RGB, what's up? He says, hi, Saru and Jesse. Hope you guys are doing good. How is Scruffy? How you doing, Scruffy? How is the Scruffins? What?
Sorry.
Oh, you scared the shit out of me. I thought someone...
No. I was doing...
Oh, my heart just jumped. Because that's the sound that happens when the door opens. I was like, is someone breaking into the house?
No, that sound is when you set the alarm.
Oh,
when it says entry delay started, it means that someone came,
I didn't hear. I just heard the boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. So I thought someone came in our house. I almost made a poopy. Let's see here, guys. If you want a good neo retro game, try demo of Prison City. Prison City. I haven't heard of that one.
Mark Dell says, oh my god, 2 weeks for birthday? It's actually 9 days.
9 days will be...
September 18th.
Yeah, September 18th. What does that fall on?
Monday.
Monday. Oh, we normally do a stream on Monday.
So we could do that?
Yeah, we'll just do your birthday stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that we can have a cute little thumbnail.
Either it's going to be...
We can do a cute little thumbnail.
Link to the Past or Link's Awakening. One of those two.
Which one have you played before? I feel like you played a lot of Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Before. No, you played both. Actually.
I played both, yeah.
Always like little bits and pieces.
But I really want to play from the beginning to the end that day.
On one stream?
On one stream.
How long do you think that'll take you?
I don't know, like maybe 5 or 6 hours.
Will it?
Yeah.
That's how long it takes, like in normal time, though. Not streaming time.
I can do it.
Streaming time, it's
It doesn't matter. I'll stream the whole day. Just buy me. I'm gonna have Little Caesars next to me, and I'll eat it while I play.
Yeah, we'll get you your Little Caesars. Jesse always wants Little Caesars for his birthday. That's the thing he wants. Every birthday, it's like clockwork. He wants Little Caesars. It's just he wants his Caesars always, right? Like, but of course, on his birthday, you can't say no.
Play Minish Cap. Oh no, I
power him with Little Caesars, says Gizmo. Play Minish Cap. Mackenzie says, Saru and Jesse, have you guys been paying attention to the news of the Switch 2? I'm completely stoked. If it's true, sounds like the Switch 2 will have graphics comparable to a PS5. No joke. I would be happy if it just had graphics that were capable. You know what I mean? Like, the game, like, sometimes, like, what was I playing? I think I was playing East 8, Lacrimosa of Donna, and there was some part where, like, the frame rate just, like, dropped really bad. I think it was like Big Monster and other mobs, and the frame rate like slowed down, and also like the textures are kind of like ass on the Switch version. But I'm playing it on the Switch I started playing it on the Switch again because I thought if I can play it portably that I'd be able to finish it. And my PS4 always sounds like it wants to just fly to the fucking moon. It's so loud. It needs to be cleaned out. I just haven't had the time to open it, and I'm afraid to, like, destroy it if I do. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to mess with all that. All right, next answer. Moving on. Do we do Inu Base?
What's up,
yeah,
Scruffy?
we do Inu Base. Inu Base. Scruffy says, Little Caesars to you, Jesse. And some Mr. Donuts, too.
Mr. Donuts.
Oh, man, we're going to get some Mr. Donuts. Hopefully Retro Game Fest doesn't coincide with our proposed Japan trip. Hopefully it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't, because I don't know how. Because I do have tickets that are cancelable. I could cancel them, but because they were put on a credit card, I don't know how that's gonna work. I have such crazy credit card debt now, you guys, because we don't have the money to like buy stuff, so I've been putting stuff on credit cards. It's not a good plan, but it's what we're doing. We're doing it. It'll be our last Japan trip, for a while at least for a couple years.
Yeah.
This is going to be our last trip until like 2025. Maybe in late 2025 we'll go back.
So it says, "Oh man, this sounds good right now."
Or 2026. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be our last Japan trip for a long time. Haven't had Caesars in forever. Are they any good?
Yeah.
He really likes it. I am not a fan of Little Caesars. I don't really like it. But
Pretzel pizza.
I do like... They have a pretzel pizza. And I really like the pretzel pizza. They also have a calzone pizza that they just brought back. That's pretty good too. I like that one. But other than that, I'm not a fan. I don't like their deep dish pizzas. Kind of gross. The regular pizza's kind of gross. But I will eat their pretzel pizza, and I will have the calzone pizza, which they just recently brought back, which we will probably get at some point. I'm saving money for Japan trip. I'd like to go next year, but these plane tickets price, man, is just too much. Yeah, I put the tickets on a credit card when we left for Japan the first time. When we came back, we noticed that the tickets were still cheap, because we went to Japan because we found tickets for like $850, $900, something like that, right? So we noticed that the tickets from here to Tokyo were about $800. So we were like, I don't have any money, but I can put it on a credit card, because at the time we had just come from Japan. We had no fucking money. We didn't have any money. So I put it on a credit card. So I bought tickets to Japan, and I put them on one of my cards, and I did get the insurance just in case I have to cancel them. But I don't know how that works on a credit card. Like, do they credit you back, or I don't know. Yeah, just for the holy shit, 3,000 Canadian. Damn, that's a lot. Yeah, that's expensive. Damn. Yeah, so we had bought... Right now, the tickets are expensive, but we had got ours in April. And we got them for $850 a ticket. But we haven't gotten lodging. We haven't gotten anything else, though. So if we can't get the lodging, then we'll have to cancel anyway, because we haven't bought it yet. And lodging is expensive. The cheapest lodging we found was like $59 a night. But the hotel has a shuttle from the airport. So like when we leave, we can just get on that shuttle and go to the airport. But I don't know how it's going to work from the airport. We might have to get ourselves there. So I don't know. But yeah, we haven't gotten lodging yet. So I don't know. If we can't get the lodging, then we'll just cancel it. Because even if we don't have any money for games, it'll still be cool to go, right? Because like we could at least eat. We can meet Scruffy and have Mr. Donuts.
Oh yeah.
You know, we can shop for 100 yen junk bin games. We can go for the cheap stuff, you know. But yeah, I don't plan to buy any games other than cheap games. Only cheap games. Cheap games, cheap food. Cheap food, cheap games. Cheap food, cheap games, cheap lodging. And if we can't find regular lodging, we might even do... I don't know. Luggage is hard. That's what makes it hard. Luggage makes it hard to stay at like the internet cafes and stuff. Because we did that one night, one time. We stayed at an internet cafe, but with luggage, it's hard. Alright, what did I miss here? I thought you tried... What?
I was talking about Subway. Ordering Subway.
Subway, okay. Subway. But yeah, we're gonna... one in Japanese or in English.
They're talking about Subway. They're talking to themselves.
You should email the hotel and ask them if they bring guests from the airport to the hotel. Yeah, I hope that would be good. We should ask.
Yeah.
Cause like that would save us money too, you know? Cause like We wouldn't have to get on the train. We wouldn't have to get a cab. We could, if we have a reservation. Yeah, we should. We should ask. Be like, hey,
so.
we have a reservation. Where can we get on the shuttle? Because I assume maybe you can just get on somewhere, right?
Yeah, on the...
Like wherever it drops off at, I'm thinking. Like wherever it drops off at, we can probably get picked up there. So maybe. We will see. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to do a whatnot to try to get the lodging and stuff. And hopefully some extra money, because I also need money for bills and things. So we're going to do a whatnot. Jesse's going to we're going to do a whatnot for a bunch of Jesse's old Pokemon cards. And then I'm going to do a whatnot for a bunch of my Switch games. And then I'm going to sell some stuff on eBay too. Like the stuff that I can't sell on whatnot, right? Like I have a DJI Pocket that we don't really use because every time we travel, we just record with our phones, you know? And we paid like 500 and something back in the day for that thing.
Yeah.
So if we could at least get like, I don't know, 400, 350, something like that. That's something. We could use that to get our lodging. That would be our lodging. If we could sell the DJI Pocket 2. Does anybody need a DJI Pocket 2 for your travel adventures? But yeah, we're gonna put that on eBay. And then I have a bunch of other stuff I want to put on eBay too that I just can't sell anywhere else. Oh, we have more answers to the question.
Yep.
All right, Jet, we haven't checked what the... Let me scroll down here and I'll read them.
Who's next?
Last one was Sweets. Next is Famicom Collecting. Famicom Collecting. All right, moving on. Next, we had asked you guys, what game did you play much later in life, but didn't play it during the heyday, or wish you had played it when you were a child, or whatever, right? You wish you had played it some time ago. Famicom Collecting says, my short answer is Eastbook 1 and 2. I just recently played through it, and it was amazing. The game would have blown my mind as a kid, and still held up pretty good for me all these years later, says Famicom Collecting. Excellent answer, Famicom Collecting. I love how much Eastbook 1 and 2 has come up today. two answers had it, and then it came up in conversation. Someone in the chat had mentioned it being in their top 3. So very cool, very cool. Very cool. Paul, what's up? Paul, how are you? ¿Cómo estás, Paul? Bienvenido. Paul, ¿cómo estás? Dile hola a Lala. Hola a Lala. Está aquí Paulolo y Paulolo que le diga hola a Lala.
Hola.
I'm going to start East 3 today, says Famicom Collecting. Which
Nice.
one? Which one, Famicom? I'm curious to know. Curious to know. Goro says, I just answered the question. I'm trying to bribe the judges. Mackenzie says, wait, I missed a bunch. Let's see here. You're going to be potential guests, so it's your right to know ahead of time, says Brian, about the hotel in Japan. Screw the Net says, I'm still fascinated by how whatnot works. Let's see here. Sweet Like Sugar says, the limousine bus is 8 per person. Where does it go? Which limousine bus? Tell me, Sweets. Or send it to Jesse in the DMs. Slide into Jesse's DMs and tell him all about that limousine bus. We need to know. We need to know before we go. I want to know. No. What is bus? Mackenzie says, I would love to get games in Japan, but honestly, there's so much culture and stuff to see and do in Japan that games would be one of the last things I would want to do. Seeing Mount Fuji would be cool to see. For us, it's always the opposite. Like this last trip to Japan was completely focused on the games, but we had gone with Gabriel too, and like one of his objectives was to get games, and then we met up with Hige and we went shopping. So this last trip that we did, and also we had been away from Japan, so it was like it was a priority to like look for games. It just worked out that way. We were gonna do other things, and it didn't work out that way. It ended up that we just searched for games, we hunted for games, we hung out with friends, and we searched for games. So this time around, when we go back, we're gonna try to do some other stuff. Whatever we can do. Whatever we could do for free, because doing stuff for free is good. So we'll be doing a lot of stuff in parks or going up to buildings. Whatever we can do for free, eating cheap foods. Hopefully we can find cheap street food. Randrick says, I like wandering around without Google Map. In Tokyo, I always end up finding something cool. That's a cool way to do it. Too, I love wandering around in Japan. Just like be like, fuck it. Let's see what we find. Let's see where we make it to. So hopefully we'll do that. We should do that and go live.
Yeah.
Would you guys be down to do that? Like if we go live? Where should we go live on? YouTube or Twitch for something like that? What do you guys think? Maybe YouTube. Yeah? I don't know. But yeah, we should do that. As soon as we get there and we get to the hotel, we'll go live and just walk. And see where we get. Shell, what's up? Welcome, Shell. I just saw you. He says, hello, lovers. Hey, lover. He says, love you all. Welcome in, Shell. How you doing? But yes, we should do that. That would be awesome. And just see. Walk through a neighborhood. And I'll just stick my phone onto my... I bought a clip for my phone to put on my backpack. So I'll put my phone on my backpack and we'll get going. We'll get going. We'll do that. Dude, that would be cool.
Yeah,
I think, right? Can we spy a Nintendo HQ in Kyoto? It's free. Sweets is in Kyoto right now, I think, or heading to Kyoto. I think she's on her way to Kyoto on the Shinkansen right now. En route to Kyoto. We'll be in Tokyo for the most part, unless we somehow buy a JR pass. If we buy like a week JR pass, we might go to Kansai. Maybe we might go to Kansai. I don't know yet. I do not know. Famicom Collecting says on the TurboGrafx. Nice.
Everyone says, yeah, you guys should go live and one around. Tsunami Sam says, yes, I would love to see that. Let's see, that'd be great. Sasquatch is here.
Sasquatch says, live Saru and Jesse in your house. We had an answer earlier that made me laugh, and I thought that this guy was channeling Sasquatch. I'm like, is this Sasquatch? But his name was Michael, so it wasn't you. But it's funny though. The answer just seemed like something Sasquatch would say. A wild Sasquatch appears. I'll be at Kyoto Station in 18 minutes. Says Sweet Like Sugar. Very cool. Are you gonna go up Kyoto Tower? I didn't go. We should have gone while we were there.
We should have gone.
Yeah, but we were with Corbin, and Corbin was taking us places.
We were only there for a day too.
We were only in Kyoto for a day. Yeah, we saw the old Nintendo building at least.
Yeah,
but yeah, and we didn't go back. We were gonna go to Kyoto, and we didn't go this last trip. We're stupid. We should have gone. Tsunami Sam says, he's talking to Mark, like something about
walking, because Mark said that he likes to watch YouTube videos of people walking in Japan.
There's 4K walk videos. I watch those too, just to see what's around. I like those. Is that what you're talking about, Sam, too? Those kind of videos? Where people just, like, walk? Those, like, 4K walk video things? Sasquatch is saying hi to people. Hola. I love the rain walk videos. Yeah, those are cool. I love watching those things in different countries. Because I feel like I can see stuff that I might not potentially see. Sweet, tell that Mario Plumber to release FX Unit Yuki on the Switch eShop. Oh, I have news about that. Actually, I don't have news about that. I do, and I don't.
Kidding.
Just kidding. Good news.
It's good news. Yeah.
It's good news. It's very good news. It tickled my butt when I saw the thing. Oh my god. You guys. Oh my god. Saru has secrets. I want to show you guys. I want you guys to see what I saw. I want you guys to see what I saw. I was like, oh.
Maybe we could do a Star Crew only thing on Discord.
Well, we can't because like if somebody comments or something,
oh, you're right.
They'll know we shared it.
Yeah, never mind.
So we can't. So yeah, you guys, it'll be soon. It'll be soon. We have a thing. We have a thing. Stuff is happening. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff is happening. By the way, if you haven't reserved, I think there's only like 3 copies left of the new FX Unit Yuki games or something like that, right? The Genesis one. Yeah. The Genesis one, and they're coming soon. We are only making 100 copies this first round. We might make a second round. I don't know. Maybe. It's a big maybe. It just depends. It depends on how things go because we release stuff and then when we don't have it, then people are like, "Oh no, why?"
I know.
But
Why
yes,
didn't you tell me? We did tell you.
we did. We tried. Yes, but yes, the new FX Unit Yukis are on their way very soon, you guys. Very soon. I need to make an email too. We haven't been able to catch up on some stuff because we've had visitors for like the last 10 days. So, my parents came. Right, my stepmom was here, and then my dad came to pick her up. They moved back to Illinois. They were here my stepmom was here a couple days. Then my dad came. They stayed here for a little bit, and then they had to go. When my parents left, his parents came.
Yeah, the next day.
The next day, his parents came, and they were here for a few days, and then our friend came, an old friend of mine. He's our friend. He came and was here for a couple days, and then he left yesterday. So we've had nonstop visitors. So I haven't had a chance to catch up on a bunch of stuff. But yes, FX Unit Yuki limited trial version for the PC Engine is for sale on the website in limited quantities. Yes, that's true. The demo is available. Jesse found like 20 of them. He put them up on the website. We thought those were completely gone, so a bunch of people have already ordered those. But if you don't have a copy and you want a copy of the demo version, it was a limited trial version that we released way back when, that we were selling, and it's for sale again. Do not buy it on eBay, please. The people on eBay are asking way too much money for it. But yes, you can buy it.
Thank you,
You can buy the things. Buy all the things. Mackenzie says, if Saru tells us the FX Unit Yuki news on Switch, then Segata Sanshiro will come to put us down. Good idea, Saru, to not tell us. I'd rather live. Yes, and if he throws you up in the air, you might explode. He did that to somebody in one of those commercials. He flipped them over and he landed and he exploded. That's my favorite one. It's so funny. That one and the Sakura one, I think, are my favorite ones.
Yuki scalpers. Yeah, they're selling the Yuki sound.
The demo.
The demo with no CD in it.
No CD in it. Yeah, it's just the box and the obi, the stuff that came with the demo, for like $70, $80. Something crazy. But that's another reason why too, because like our game got super pirated, and I feel like the pirates made even more money than we did on our own game. So that's another reason why the new games are branded. New games, these are an improvement in a bunch of different ways. The new games are branded. Other than them being branded, the cartridges are also beveled. The original cartridges were not beveled. The structure of the chips on these is much neater. Very neat board. So that's another way, kind of just like these like small anti-piracy measures. People are still going to pirate it, but that's a good way to know that you've got a real FX Unit Yuki cart, is if you have one of the new branded boards. Not that you don't have real ones, your old ones are real, of course, right? But I'm just saying, that's one way to know that your cart is an actual FX Unit Yuki cart, is that these are branded. They are branded. Starts making fart noises. Wait, starts taking notes to pirates. But yeah, new carts, limited editions will come in pink shells. It's gonna be cool. Very limited. Buy them. It's like how the government updated the $100 bills years ago. Got it. Just like that. It's exactly like that. 100% like that. By the way, you guys, if you haven't liked the video, please like the video. It does help just a little bit. How close is Rover to finishing the PC part of the game? Very close. I am giving him something else to implement, so that one is my bad. But the new build is coming out soon. Rover's been sick, you guys. He's been sick with a bunch of different stuff. But new build of the game should be coming soon. I am giving him a Spanish language script that I want him to add, because FX Unit Yuki is now making its way through Mexico. So we're adding Spanish to it. So yeah. Oh no, it's Rover Chance. It says screw the net. But yeah. So we're adding some stuff to it. And hopefully we'll get to do more with that port. I'm not sure yet. we might do a port of it. I'm trying to talk to somebody to do a port of that PC version to Dreamcast, possibly. But I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work or if it's even possible. But it would be cool. It would be cool to get the new version on something else other than just PC, right, and Steam. But hopefully soon. All right, moving on. Next one, we had asked you guys which game did you plan or did you play later in life that you discovered as a kid. Number 16 comes to us from Screw the Net. He is in chat right now. Screw the Net says, "Hello to the Saru crew and Saru-san-chan kun domo senpai-sama. I pretty much played most of all of the games I've ever played around the time that they were released and new, or within a handful of years afterwards, like 2 to 5 years or so after some NES games were released. Mario, Zelda, Street Fighter 2040, etc. Long live the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Best 20-year generation for gaming ever. Be well," says Screw the Net. Very cool. So he played all of the Marios and the Zeldas during their time. Mackenzie says, "Just remember Saru Crew in Print Club Plus, or any higher tier. If you pirate FX Unit Yuki, Saru and Jesse know where you live and he will hunt you down. But you will also get cool stuff in the mail." Thank you for those who have upped their tiers. Some people got like snack box tiers and stuff. We got all kinds of yummy things coming out. We have umaibos. We have mostly more stuff from Japan, right? Yeah. It's like a bunch of Japan-related treats. Because we have umaibos. We have what do we have? What are all the things we have? We have like 7 snacks this time, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
It's like 7?
But it's a secret until release.
Well, we have a bunch of stuff. We have like 7 stuff. Gordo says, "I finally joined the Print Club. Yay! Yay, Gordos!" Thank you, Gordos. I appreciate it. Yes, anyone who's jumped up to Print Club or Snack Box or Elite or any other stuff, thank you so much. For those of you who are members of the Elite, that also means that you guys get special perks when we go to Japan. Usually means that we ship your items to you free because they go in your box. So basically, you are going to be able to buy stuff from Japan at those prices, the Japan prices, and they will ship to you free. Because at Saru and Jesse, what we do is we bring those stuff with us and we stick them in your box. But no last month entries, you guys. If you guys who are in it now will get that stuff, or if you join from here till, when do we go to Japan? Our proposed trip is in December.
Yeah,
right?
End of November.
So then the cutoff would be, what are we at, the 9th month? The end of this month would be the cutoff.
The cutoff, yeah.
Right? For it? Because October is next month. Yeah, so next month would be the cutoff. So if you are thinking about moving up to Print Club, Elite, or Snack Panda Box also gets a box, so that's also an inexpensive way to do it. If you want to jump up to the $10 tier, you get, not only do you get snacks, but you also can order games from Japan and we will pack them, 1 or 2 games, nothing crazy, don't go crazy, nothing that's gonna fit in the box. It has to be a game, has to be games that'll fit in the box. Anyone who has a box tier, I think we did 1 last time. We should let people do we said 1, but we let people get, a lot of people got 2, a lot of people got Gachapon and stuff. So just keep it around a couple games that we will bring back for you. If you have a box coming from us, whether it's the $10 Panda Box tier or Print Club Elite, we will throw that shit in your box. It will ship to you in your box, so you don't have to pay for shipping. So you're basically, it's like going to Japan, getting the Japan prices without going to Japan. So yeah, you can do that. I'm going to see if my friend will stock Yuki in his game store. I was planning on buying him a copy. Oh yeah. Actually, that's a good idea, because we're going to take some copies to Retro Game Camp. Retro Game Camp is out of Yuki's, but they have our display still. So we need to bring them some games and be like, here's some games. Please add to your shelf. We'll be bringing copies to Retro Game Camp. So if your friend in Japan wants to meet up, we will also bring him copies of the game, and he can get them at the same, low price. And they make what we make. It's always the deal is always good for the people who are buying the games for their stores, because they get them for way cheaper, but they get to sell them for a lot more. So usually in Japan, usually they mark them up higher, so it works out good for whoever's selling our game in Japan. Let's see here. We must increase the price of the tiers by, like Sony, by 35% on PS Plus. That's crazy, Mackenzie. How are I'm never gonna get it again ever. I'm never getting PS Plus, dude. That's insane. They're insane. They're dumb. They're dumb. Let's see here. The Panda All Gone snack tier, where Panda sends you a box, nothing but crumbs and wrappers, wrappers and crumbs. I had another friend in Virginia with a game store, says Famicom Collecting. Yeah, a bunch of anyone we know that has a game store has copies of Yuki, right? Like Retro City Games has copies of Yuki, and Geo store in Florida has Yuki. Then of course there's 4 places in Japan now that have Yuki. So yeah, but those Yukis are running out. That's the thing. Once the Yukis are out, they're done. They're done. The PC Engine ones are almost done. Those are gonna be gone. Those are gonna be gone, especially after we take them to people in Japan. That's gonna be a huge chunk of what we already have in our inventory now. So those are going. They're gone. That's our second run. No more runs for PC Engine Yukis, unless we add a language to it and repackage it at some point. That's the only reason we would redo Yuki. But other than that, I don't think we're gonna redo it. I don't think we will redo it. All right, moving back to the weekly question. See, we hit the 2-hour mark, and I said I wanted to be done by the 2-hour mark, but Saru won't shut the fuck up. All right, number 17 comes to us from Elvis Roa. Elvis Roa says, that would be the Dragon Warrior series. I've never had the chance to play any of the games in my youth. I was like, how the hell? I've never heard about these games before, but oh well. It's like they say, better late than never, says Elvis Roa. Where is Elvis Roa? Elvis Roa's, I think he's working. He works a lot.
Yeah.
He works a lot. Roa, Gordo says Roa in the chat. Game Boy Yuki. Game Boy Yukis. Yeah, Game Boy Yuki is the next thing we're focusing on, so we're not going to bother with it. Genesis Yuki, honestly, was something we could have just left alone, but a lot of people wanted it. In the end, it kind of bit me in the ass because I made a very critical mistake with ordering parts for Genesis Yuki, and it kind of really put us in a financial situation that I didn't want to be in. So I kind of felt like we should just not have touched Yuki. But if we, for some reason, there's a resurgence and people want more copies of it, we can recoup. If we do a second run of Genesis Yukis, we can recoup those costs. Se compra Game Boy Yuki, dice Alberto. ¿Cómo estás, Alberto? Bienvenido. Alberto, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué cenaste? ¿Qué estás haciendo ahorita? Además de estar aquí en el chat con nosotros. Bienvenido, Alberto. Let's see here. Take our love blasts to screw the net. Mackenzie says, yeah, I'm not getting PS Plus anymore either. I'm not mad at the price increase. I'm just mad Sony wasn't upfront about it. It was like, oh yeah, there's a price increase, but in the tiniest writing. Yeah, that seems shitty, right? Brian says, I'm going to support Game Boy Yuki. Awesome, very cool. There will be we will do a Kickstarter for it. There will be a Kickstarter for Yuki to pay people, because the programmer right now is working pro bono because I don't have any money to pay him. I started doing the background work for Yuki because I don't have any money to pay the tile artist, and he wants to be paid. He wants to be paid up front, and I can't. I paid him up front for one stage, and that's all I was able to afford to pay him. So that's why I'm doing the background art for Epic Student Yuki. I would have liked to have delegated that to somebody else, but yeah, he wants that payment ahead of time, and I can't afford it, so I'm doing the backgrounds. So that's how it is. And but you know what, though? I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job with the background work on Game Boy Yuki. You guys saw. Should I do another stream like that? Do you guys want to see another? Do you guys want another stream where I'm doing Yuki stuff? Did you guys dig that? Let's see here. Gordo says, I've got an empty spot on my shelf reserved for Yuki Genesis, says Gordo's. Did I show you the board? You saw the board, right? You were here. Did you see the board? New board. New board looks so nice. New board has branding and beveled carts. You guys want them. If you guys don't have it, it's your last chance to get it. If we do a second round, it probably won't be till 2024. If we do another 100. If we do another 100, then we would finish off the 40 limited editions to complete 100, and then 60 regular carts. 60 regular Genesis carts, and that would be it. That would be it for Genesis Yuki. Dunzo, done forever. Yes, it looks awesome, says Gordos. Yes, more Yuki art streams, preferably uncensored Yuki art streams. Now it's gonna be just pixel art. What are you gonna see? Little tiny Yuki pixel boobies? Well, I could just tell you anything. Yes, that pixel is her nipple. That second pixel is the rest of her boob. Those 2 pixels form her boob. You want cookie?
No.
Sugar baby? Sugar babies. They'll give you diabetes.
Diabetes.
Delicious diabetes. They're so good. Mark Dell gave us these sugar babies. They're delicious. But Mark Dell also gave us Twiglets, and these taste like tires. Like, you ever lick the tire just for fun?
What?
I mean, nothing. Nothing, don't worry about it.
Next question.
Next question. I'm eating Mexican hot Cheetos,
Nice.
says Famicom Collecting. Oh, like from Mexico? Cheetos taste different there. They taste totally different. Tires is a good description.
Neil says, tires.
Tires, says Neil. Neil, what's up? I saw you popped in earlier. I didn't say hi. I'm so sorry. Neil Nakahoto, welcome in. Hello, hello.
That's funny because the next one's his.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it is. Neil. The next one is Neil. It's funny. Yeah, I saw him pop in earlier and I forgot to say hi. So, hello. Sorry for the late hello. There was so much happening earlier. I apologize. Welcome in, Neil Nakahoto. Let's see here. Very nice PCB, says Shell. All good, says Neil. Cheetos from Mexico.
Cheetos from Mexico.
Son los Cheetos from Mexico. Let's see, Cheetos from Mexico. All right, next one, number 18. We had asked what game did you play much later in life. Neil Nakahoto answered with Rondo of Blood. Amazing. Yes, Rondo of Blood, excellent game. Fortunately, I got to play that during my heyday, but a lot of people didn't because it was not available. You couldn't get it. It was a PC Engine game, right? So, like, how the fuck would you play it? So, yeah, Rondo of Blood is a game that for a lot of people, they played Symphony of the Night first, and then they played Rondo of Blood because it came out for things like the PSP with that collection, the PS4 collection, that came out, Castlevania collection, Castlevania Chronicles, blah blah blah, yada yada. You get the picture. You get the idea.
Our print club is going to be all Rondo about.
Oh, that's right.
Castlevania.
Yes, our
Perfect.
print club is Castlevania.
Perfect.
What's
It's coming
perfect?
out. Huh?
What's perfect?
That the show's coming out this month.
That's right. It is coming out this month. And Halloween. It kind of all fits. It all
And Little
fits,
Caesars.
right?
I mean, my birthday.
And Little Caesars. It all kind of fits. It all kind of fits together. You'll get your Little Caesars. Disney wants Little Caesars.
I'm not saying about Korean barbecue because we just had it.
We just had it. Yeah, we
No.
just had Korean barbecue with our friends. So otherwise, that would have been the thing we did, right? Yeah.
Every time I had Korean barbecue, I stopped talking about it.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah,
Yeah,
every
we're
time
good.
we have Korean barbecue, we're good for like a month. Like, we still eat Korean food, and we still do the stuff at home, right? Like, we still do, like, we always like to do pork belly at home and stuff, and we eat that with kimchi and stuff. We really like our Korean foods. We love Korean food.
Gochujang.
Yeah.
We just bought them today.
We did. We've got some more. We have like endless gochujang though, because we just opened that other gochujang.
It's so good.
It is good. It is good. Yeah, we love Korean food. Korean food, Japanese food,
I was
Mexican
You
food.
can dip it with popcorn.
That would.
I'm gonna try it.
That
right
would
now.
be good. What did we dip? Remember, we were dipping our kimbap in
Gochujang.
Gochujang. You were doing it because I'd never tried that before.
Yeah,
I've never
it's
dipped.
so good.
I've never dipped kimbap in gochujang. And Jesse's like, dip it in the gochujang. And I was like, really? I'm like, okay. And then we ate that whole thing of kimbap with gochujang that day, right? It was so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I have beady beady bum bum.
Beady beady
Oh,
bum
no.
bum. Beady beady. What are you reading? Which one?
Bibimbap.
Bibimbap. I had bibimbap today. I'm eating leftover pajon right now. We just bought some pajon. You know who has pajon? Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's had a lot of like Korean stuff.
Yeah.
Right? We went there. We got gochujang at Trader Joe's. Normally we go to the Korean market for this stuff. But Trader Joe's had pajon. We haven't tried the Trader Joe's pajon yet. We don't know. They had like a bulgogi rice thing.
We bought that.
Which, I don't know. I don't have high hopes for. We'll see how it is. But yeah,
We're
we
looking for
randomly...
japchae, too.
Huh?
We were
looking for Yeah, we were looking for japchae. They didn't have any japchae, unfortunately. Because, like, we don't, like, the only place that we can get japchae is like, way on the west side of town. Like, on the other side of the strip. And I just hate... I hate driving down there because the traffic is so bad. It's just so bad.
F1 happening.
Oh, yeah. It's, like, getting to that side of town, too. Like, F1, they're fucking everything up. They're fucking it all up. Let's see here. Wait, how did you play Rondo of Blood if they didn't release it until the PSP remake? Did you import it? Oh yeah, I have the PC Engine one. I've had the PC Engine one. Actually, the copy I have now is my second copy of Rondo of Blood. My original copy I bought used from a place called Game Dude, and then I sold it on eBay when it shot up to like $80 something, and I was like, fuck, I got double my money because I bought it for $40. Right?
Good night,
Used
Randrick.
back then. Good night, Randrick. Thanks for stopping in. So then I sold it, and then I bought a second copy for $80, and that's the copy that I have now. So I've actually had two copies of Rondo. One from back in 1995. Yeah, 1995 I bought it used from Game Dude. I used to go in there. The girl that worked there at the time, she was like, "Oh, something came in today." She went to the back and she came back with a used copy of Rondo of Blood. I was like, I want it. How much? And she's like, $40. So they probably bought it for like pennies from whoever they bought it from back then. You know, maybe $10 or $20, or maybe they bought it in a lot from somebody, you know, something. I don't know, whatever. The point is I got it for $40. I got it super cheap. Super cheap. It was like $19.95 when I got it. And I was super happy. I was super happy to have it. And then I sold it in like 2000 something. I eBayed it. And then I bought it again in like 2012, 2010, 2012. I don't remember. 2012, maybe. Yeah, somewhere around there. And I bought it again for like $80. And I am not letting it go again a second time. I think that was stupid. But yes, Rondo Blood, Neil Nakahoto, thank you for answering that question. Weekly question, you guys. I think we're done with them. Maybe we should unpin that so that we can...
Yeah.
We don't get any last minute answers. We do have next week's question already. Sweets is in Japan though, so whenever like we can get her to do it at some point, we'll let you guys know. Let's see here. Was importing games from Japan a thing in the 90s? I don't think I remember hearing about importing games from Japan back then. Yes! It was a huge thing back then. So so back in the days of like EGM and Game Pro and like it was such a time, right? Like you would look at like the stuff from Japan. There was like the Quartermon stuff. They like EGM totally always made you want to like buy imports. I used to call the Die Hard video game line when they were closed was the most awesome thing. And I don't know if anybody remembers calling Die Hard back in the day. Die Hard was at a Tarzana. We used to accrue very small long distance fee because it was not in our area code, but it was like minuscule, right? And like so like whenever my mom would notice, she'd fucking like yell or whatever. Or we would go to like my friend's house, didn't care. We'd always call and we would just sit there and listen. We would go through all the options because it would be like, thank you for calling Die Hard Video Games, your number one source for video games, blah, 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 your import games, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, if you want to hear the new releases for you know, Super Nintendo, press 1. if you want to hear the new Mega Drive releases, press 2. And so every time, and you'd hear game music the whole time, right? So, you know, we would go through all the prompts because they would do like all of the stuff, all of the import stuff. And they're the same people who did like GameFound, right? So we would like go through the prompts, we'd hear the new releases, and we'd be like, oh man, that's cool, you know. Not that we bought like any of those because like I was poor, right? So like my friend would buy them because his family had money. I didn't have money. I came from, you know, I lived with my mom. I was super poor, but like, you know, I would get stuff here and then, every now and again, Christmas money. You know, my friend was super cool. My friend would help me buy stuff. I had the coolest childhood friends, you guys. I had the coolest childhood friends. They'd give me like stuff that they'd play, their hand-me-downs. I had Korean friends that used to give me stuff all the time. I was fortunate as a poor kid, you know, or my dad would give me Christmas and birthday money that I'd use to buy stuff as well, you know, or my dad would buy me stuff like when he'd come down. I don't know. I just remembering stuff. It makes me emotions. It gives me emotions. But yes, to answer your question, importing stuff in the 90s was not only was it a thing, it was a magical thing. And we would sit there and every week, no fail, we would call the Die Hard line just to listen to what was coming that week and listen to the music, because there'd be like that music prompt, and every single one was a different console. Every single one was like a different music that they would play at the time. It was cool. It was cool. It was awesome. I loved it. It was amazing. All right. Sorry, I went on a tangent, but yes. How many are left? We have 2 more left.
3.
3 more left. We have 3 more left. Let's see here. Yeah, prices now are bananas. Prices back then were bananas for games. Like, to import stuff, it was hard. It was expensive. It was expensive to buy stuff. Like a Super Famicom game would run you like $60, $70 easy 60, 70 bucks. New PC Engine games would run you, you know, 40, 50 bucks. It just depends. And that was in California. It was probably even more in other places, but we always knew, one of my friend's brothers owned a game store. I knew a guy, his name was Enrique. I'll never forget Enrique. Enrique was friends with the guy who owned the game store. Enrique used to sell me my bootleg Dragon Ball tapes. Bless his heart. Enrique used to get me PC Engine stuff. He'd play them first, and then he'd sell them to me at a discount. So he would play the shit out of something. I would order something, right, that I would want. He would play it for like a week, and then he'd give me the game that he played for a week at a discount. So I would always get like new games already opened and played by Enrique, and I would pay $40 for said game. It was awesome. It was a cool deal. I didn't give a shit that he played them. He could have stuck them in his ass. I wouldn't cared, because I got them for cheap. Not that he would do such a thing, but I mean, you know what I mean. Like, he could have licked them or whatever, and I would have gladly played it. Mackenzie says, the only time I learned about new games as a kid was word of mouth or just seeing them at stores. But if I ever asked my parents, no, you got plenty of games already. My heart sank every time. Oh, let's see here. What did I miss? Let's see. Mackenzie says, I miss the days of collecting games for dirt cheap. For a very long time, I collected games for my GameCube games in the late 2000s, early 2010s. I was finding GameCube games everywhere for under $10. Yeah. Dude, there was that whole period, right? From like 2000, you know, whatever, right? Like 2000 to like 2010, where like you can find games for like dirt cheap because nobody wanted the retro games. So you could find that stuff for super cheap. Thankfully, that's when I started collecting. Oh, they're not there. Some of them are there. The neo-geo CD games. The only reason that row is there because I'm doing this thing. I'm going through all my neo-geo CD games right now, and doing like little videos of all my neo-geo CD games. The only reason, if I hadn't started collecting neo-geo CD games back then, no way I would have been able to achieve a full set if I didn't start back then, because there's no way. Even the last few games I needed to collect for my collection were still too much money. They were, you know, the last game I bought was $500 or something, and it was a stupid fucking golf game. And there's so many in my collection that have just skyrocketed that if I had not bought them back in the early 2000s, there's no way I would have been able to complete a neo-geo set. No way. Yeah, importing in Sweden back then was magic and a giant unknown. Before the internet and all, we had a few stores and some magazines for importing games, and everything seemed so exotic. Yeah, I think that was just import gaming in general was exotic back then. Cassie says, well, I just woke up, missed most of the stream, says Cassius. That's okay. That's okay. Welcome to the world of the awake. How was your nap? Did you have good naps? You are here now. Rejoice, says Shell. But yeah, let me see. What did I miss? Did I miss any comments? Was importing games from Japan? Okay, I already got that. I guess I came into the scene late. I got my SNES on Christmas 1994. So I guess I was so young to know about this type of stuff. I was 7 at the time. Yeah, importing was a thing since even before the 16-bit days. My first was, let me show you my first import game. I have it up here. Where are you? Here it is. This is the first thing I ever imported in my life. And it's a pirated game. This is the Hong Kong pirated special, courtesy of Dynasty Plaza on Broadway Street in Los Angeles. Shout out to Shanghai Plaza. It's still Shanghai Plaza. Dynasty Plaza. We have a place here called Shanghai Plaza. Dynasty Plaza in Los Angeles. $10. 10 buckaroonies. I would get Famicom games for $10. $10 and $20. These are super pirated. I pirated all of my games back then were pirates because imports were expensive. You couldn't buy real games. Real games weren't things you bought until later, right? But all of my first imports were all pirated. All pirated. More than half actually, I would say like 60-70% of my imports for PS1 were pirated. Except for the time I really wanted a game, I would buy it, but almost all of them were pirated back then too. Like whatever you can pirate, you pirated, right? The only things that I got original were PC Engine, TurboGrafx CD, Super Famicom. Those were original, but like Famicom, almost all Famicom was pirated. Almost all my PS1s were pirated. A bunch of my Saturns were pirated. I bought less Saturn pirated stuff because it was hard to play pirated Saturn stuff because it required a swap of the RAM cart and the action. It was a mess. It was a fucking mess. But yes, it required a bunch of shit. Let's see here. Hi again. Such drool, says Cassius. Is it all in your beard? Your beard is crunchy. My first import was Dragon Ball GT Final Bout and a boot disc for PS1. Ordered it out of the back of a magazine in the late 90s. Oh shit, so really thank you for the $20. He wants that Alicia Dragoons, doesn't he? Put him down for an Alicia Dragoon. Yes, he says, Alicia Dragoon, I'm in, says Cerulean. Nice, thank you, Cerulean. I appreciate it. Crunchy Beards. This is the police, says Gordos. Yeah, dude, so much of my shit was pirated because, like, there's no way, I was a poor kid, living a poor life in LA. The poor life, me and my crazy biological mother. I always refer to her as my biological mother because my stepmother is awesome, but my biological mother was a crazy bee. But I was living with her in like single apartment rooms and like, it was a whole situation. Maybe I'll talk about it. I'm doing that whole like my animated life, my life in bits or something. Not my animated life, my life in bits. I'm doing a little slideshow thing where I talk about stuff, and I thought about talking about like the real stuff too. Like the bad stuff in life that happened. I don't know if that's maybe. I don't know. That might be giving away too much information. Perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I go into that stuff. Like the stuff. Alicia Dragoon looking kind of nice. Take me out for dinner, says Cassius. Isn't she cute? Talk about your time with the Crips. You know, I did live in, like, not the Crips, but, like, in gang territories growing up. So, video games was a huge escape, you know, from that stuff. That's what, like, my biological mother did do some cool stuff, right? While we lived in squalor, she did buy me an NES, and she would get me games every now and again. Whenever my dad would come out, you know, I'd always ask him to get me a thing, and he would get it for me too. So both my parents did try, you know, like my dad tried hard to win my love, but I was an asshole. I didn't know any better, you know. My mom always, like, made my dad to be like the devil, you know, and so, like, to me, my dad was always a bad person. It wasn't really, sadly, until my teenage years that I got to, like, get to really know my dad and how things really went down in my life. But when you're a kid, you know, you listen to the parent that you're living with, and at the time it was my biological mom, and, you know, my dad is actually a super nice guy. My first import was either Panorama Cotton or Rockman and Forte. Oh my god. Cotton, for the Mega Drive? It is so crazy how much that goes for now. Do you still have it? Because holy shit, that goes for, like, money. Real, you can sell your Cotton and buy a ticket to go to Japan. That's how much that is. Let's see here. Cerulean. After playing them on emulation, I had to have them, says Cerulean. Brian Sibley says, I wanted to import Pulseman as my first import because Game Freak developing it, but quickly found out it wouldn't be able to after seeing the price for it. Yeah, dude, Pulseman is like, what, like $500 now or $600? I don't know. Whatever it costs now. Stupid crazy prices. Martel says, I think my first import was Wing Commander, the secret mission from the US for the SNES. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, because I guess, like, in Europe, right, you guys imported SNES stuff. So interesting. Mark Dell was America's ultimate import. Mark Dell came with, did you come to America with Twiglets and Sugar Babies in the same box? I think Panorama Cotton back then was about 140 to 150. Yeah, dude, it's crazy now. Well, my mother did the same. Maybe they should meet. Dude, my biological mother was like, she did do some nice things, but man, dude, she messed me up. Like, the stories that I could tell, well, I won't because they're very, very personal, but yeah, dude, she messed me up. Lots of US imports around. Never saw any Japan stuff. Yeah, I would imagine, like, Japan stuff would have been, like, hard to get, right? Because, like, I think in Europe there was only one person or one company importing PC Engine stuff, and it was called SodiPeng, I think, and they even rebranded PC Engine with SodiPeng in Europe. I don't know, maybe some other European in here. Maybe did you know about that, Matthew, about the SodiPeng stuff? Maybe he does. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was a big thing, like PC Engine. I had never heard of it. Yeah, in Europe, some company called SodiPeng imported PC Engine stuff, and that's how people got PC Engine stuff in the 90s in Europe, was through SodiPeng. And they used to do, like, the import catalog stuff. Like, I guess, like, people would buy PC Engines and some catalogs or something. I don't remember. I don't know the whole story of it. But I know that a lot of Europeans were fond of SodiPeng because they were able to play PC Engine stuff that way. Let's see. They were his packing material, says Cassius. Yeah, Mark, that was just in a box of Twiglets and sugar babies to keep him safe. On the East Coast, we did have Chinatown, but mostly mail order. Ah, yeah. See, in California, in Los Angeles, on Broadway, in Chinatown, you could always find pirated everything. There was like pirated when the PS1 game started. They started pirating. They started bringing those, which was awesome because it took like a year or so before they started bringing them. Because I started getting PS1 pirates early on from BBS, bulletin board system. That was the internet back then. The CD-ROM guide was my BBS that I went to get games. I would get Hong Kong bootlegs for like $3 a piece, and they would send them in. The games came like this, right? Like, say this was like the game would come in a folded up piece of paper, and the game would be, they would be pressed, but they would be pirated games, and they would all come like this in like just like the plastic envelope, right? Like it would come in the plastic, those like CD plastic bags that they would come in. I'm trying to find one. You guys know what, like these kind, like this.
Oh, those. They're all stuck together.
All my valuable Obies. Oh no, I dropped an Obi.
Oh no. Double Obi.
Double Obi. Top Players Golf It's a garbage game. But anyway, yeah, it would come in like one of those things, and you would have to cut the paper. The paper would be like a whole ass sheet of paper, right, with the stuff printed. And so I would X-Acto knife out like the cover and put them together. I actually still have boots. I can show you. I can show you what those boots look like. It's always fucking story time here, isn't it? We always go from like random shit to it's story time. Saru's talking about his old 1990s pirate games again. Fuck, I don't know where they're at. Anyway, whatever. Let me not sidetrack. I'm super sidetracking. Anyway, you get the idea. You get the idea. They came in a piece of paper. My pirate life. My pirate life. Welcome. That should just be the name of my segment. It should just be called My Pirate Life. That's my segment. But, yeah. Oh, no. I know what you mean, Cyrus. That's cerulean. Did you get lots of those? Did you buy those things as well? That stuff. Gizmo says, do you still stay in contact with all your parents? No. I don't keep in contact with my biological mother anymore for, like, the last 5 years.
5 years, probably.
But my dad and my stepmom, they were just here. Like, and they lived here. They just moved back to Illinois. I love them. I love my dad, my stepmom. Super cool. Dude, my stepmom's always been nothing but nice to me. She's been there for, like, whenever I needed to have, like, motherly talks with someone to give me some sort of fucking motherly advice, it would be my stepmom who would give them to me. So I love her, like, you know, like mom, you know. And she always introduces me to people, you know, as her son. I'm her, you know, to her, I'm her son. You know, all of the kids, you know, her son. I have an older brother as well. But yeah, I talk to my parents fairly regularly. I just texted my dad yesterday. They're readjusting to moving back to Illinois. So it's just my biological mother that I don't talk to. For reasons that are personal, that have to do with just emotional abuse and stuff, and other things that are too personal to talk about. But let's see here. I love stories. I'm still waiting for next SaruShow where we have more story times about Mr. Munchers. Oh, Mr. Munchers. Mr. Munchers was the cutest little praying mantis. Mr. Munchers was adorable. He moved on. He moved on with life. I think he probably went to mate and probably died. Or a bird ate him, maybe.
We don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think that's what happened. I don't think a bird ate him because he was here for like 3 months. That's like their whole life cycle, isn't it? Don't they live like 3 or 4 months or something? Yeah, I think so. All right, let's see here. Shell says, actually imported Super Street Fighter when it came out, and it was the shit back then. Such a long time ago. Dude, I remember first playing Street Fighter. My friends imported Street Fighter, but when that first came out on the Super Famicom, dude, my friend Jay imported it, and I played it at my friend Muhammad's house. We were all friends. it was something. It was crazy to play Street Fighter at home, right? Because this was before the Super Nintendo one had even fucking made its way here, and we were playing Street Fighter 2. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was a crazy time. I didn't import stuff like that. My import Super Famicom games. My first import that I bought that wasn't given to me was Fist of the North Star 6, and then Ranma 1/2. But originally that Fist of the North Star was supposed to be Ranma, but I took the bus all the way out to fucking Tarzana to go to Die Hard because they said they had 2 copies of Ranma, and I got there and they didn't have fucking Ranma, and so I had to walk out with something, and I said, give me something. What is another fighting game I could walk out of here right now with? And they said, well, Fist of the North Star 6 just came out for the Super Famicom. I was like, give it to me. And I took it home and I was like, meh. But then I ended up liking it. But when I took it home, I was disappointed. I was like, impatience. Thankfully, my friend, like a week or 2 weeks later, my friend had his dad. He was my best friend at that time. Also a child of divorce. We related on many things. His dad always wanted to make this kid happy no matter what. So he drove me back out to Tarzana. We bought Ranma 1/2. His dad paid for half of it. We took it home that day and played Ranma. It was amazing. Speaking of pirated games, says Mackenzie, tonight, Saru. So I was at Retro Game Store, and well, the store was glad I pointed it out because I was pissed off someone duped them with PC Engine Works games. I actually felt bad.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude, that's a thing. That's been a thing for years where PC Engine Works, people don't know. We were at a convention and somebody was trying to sell or not sell us, but he had a Sapphire he was selling, and I walked up to it and I picked it up and I looked at it, and immediately I could tell it was fake, right? Because the colors are all washed out. They're all weird. The colors are weird. And the guy's like, oh, I bet you've never seen that before. And I'm like, yeah, actually, I own the real version at home. And he's like, what do you mean the real version? I'm like, oh, this one is a counterfeit. And he was like, what do you mean it's a counterfeit? I was like, there are tells that, you know, it's a counterfeit. And the guy, remember, he got super offended and he snatched it out of my hand and he's like, this is not a fake.
This is real.
This is real. And he put it back down, dude. And like the guy like looked at me like he hated me at that point. You know, he snatched that game out of my hand so hard, right? And I wasn't being an asshole about it. I was just saying that it wasn't real, you know. And like the guy, I guess, thought it was real, but dude, the guy snatched it out of my hand so hard. Dude, and he looked at me like he wanted to murder me. I just remember the guy's look, dude,
yeah,
and like, dude, give me back my counterfeit goods. Yeah, dude, that was at PRGE, right?
Yeah,
was that PRGE? Yeah. And this was when I was there selling my artist wares, right? Was it Yuki yet?
It was no.
It was the year before.
It was the year before.
It was the year before. I was there doing the Artist Alley thing, right? The selling my posters and shirts and a bunch of whatever random crap. And yeah, dude, the guy, like, he was so mad, dude. He yanked that shit out of my hand so hard that he was like, this is not a fake game. You took a pin to a bubble. That was his world.
Oh.
I guess so. All right, moving on. Going back to the weekly. Sorry, we totally pivoted for like 20 minutes. Going back to. Ooh, that's cool. I don't have that. What is that? I don't have that. This book. Which book is that? Geppy X book? I don't have that. But damn, they're selling that for $465? They're insane. They're insane. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have the Geppy X CD.
The demo.
I have that. I have the demo. Damn, $100 for the demo? That's insane. Alright, moving on. We had asked you guys, what game did you play much later in life, but wish you had played it during its heyday or when it released or when it came out? Number 19 comes to us from Mike the Hype. Mike the Hype says, I wish I could have played Deep Fear in my younger years, even though it never came out to the States for the Sega Saturn. But I eventually played it on emulator, but I'm sure it would have been awesome to play it on the console. It's a Resident Evil clone, but underwater, and I'm guessing aliens instead of zombies, says Mike the Hype. That's awesome. A lot of people have mentioned Deep Fear before. Can you bring me another drink?
Yeah.
Please? I don't care what. Anything. But yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Sasquatch says maybe he got swindled and you exposed that fact to him. It's possible. That's what we thought too, that maybe he bought it thinking it was the real thing and it ended up being a PCE Works game, you know. And I was really like, you know, just informative about it, right? Like I wasn't like, this is a fake, you know, like I was like, you know, this is I was saying that I had the real one at home, and that this one was a counterfeit. And thank you. And yeah, the guy was like, he was mad.
Yeah.
I remember. And Jesse was mad after that. He was like, "What a dick," you know.
I know.
Like, and I was like, "It's fine," you know. He probably thought it was real and ended up being fake. But yeah, Jesse was all sorts of mad for me. I was just like, whatever, you know. It was one of those things. Actually, it's a fake. That's how it was. I was like, actually, glasses guy, gift thing.
Mackenzie says the guy at the Get Your Game store searched up the images online, and in less than a minute he called his boss, telling him the news. His boss showed up in less than 15 minutes later. His boss must have been like, fuck.
Yeah, you know, and it's not hard to find the things that point them out as fakes. There are things that are very, very obvious, but they're not obvious to the untrained eye. That's the thing. You have to know what you're looking for. Even though the tells, once you have them, once you've researched it, all you have to do is research it for a couple minutes and you'll see. You know, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's pretty obvious, right? But if you don't know, then, you know, it's easy to see. Don't like Saru was taunting. I was like, this is fake. Deep Fear on Xbox. Was it on Xbox too? Deep Fear is such a fantastic game. Shame on Sega of America never having it come out on the Saturn in North America. It was even worse when the Japanese game has fully English cutscenes. It does, yeah. Mackenzie mentioned that before about Deep Fear having cutscenes. I remember Mackenzie mentioned it in one of the answers for something. I don't remember, but Mackenzie did mention it. Oh yeah, that should be on all chat, not on top. It should be on live, so that we see everything. Sometimes I might see. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh shit.
No one.
No one. No, Mackenzie.
No, same one.
Okay. That's crazy though. Did you say it like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory? That's hilarious. Alright, moving on. Last one was, who is it? Mike the Hype? Next one comes to us from Gordostein. Gordos says, my answer may be disqualified since the game came out in 2000, which would put me at 23. Not exactly a child. Adulting is overrated anyways. It's fine. He says, a game I played recently and have absolutely loved is Chrono Cross on the PS1. I found it at Goodwill for $5. I figured I'd just sell it and buy something else with the profit. But I thought I'd check it out first. I love it. I haven't finished it yet, and I'm probably only about 8 hours into it, but I love the graphics, music, and story. I'm not usually into turn-based RPGs, but there's something about this game that I just look past this, says Gordostein. So did you keep it? Do you still have that same copy, Gordos, of it? Do you still has same copy?
Yeah. We read Sam's answer already.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
What was it?
Oh
yeah, there it is. Go down. Scroll down. One more.
This one.
No, we didn't.
You did it?
We didn't. I must have skipped it. All right. Next one comes to us from Tsunami Sam. Tsunami Sam says, I never tried any of the Castlevanias as a little youth, and I know I would have loved it. I played Symphony of the Night a couple of years ago on stream, and I was in love with it. The music, the atmosphere, it was awesome. Getting that Chrysogram was such a grind, but I felt unstoppable. Definitely a game I would have printed out a GameFAQs guide for, though, says Tsunami Sam. That's awesome. Tsunami Sam, so did you play, have you played Dracula X? Or Castlevania X? Because the game actually starts off, like, right at the end of Castlevania X leads into it. But a lot of people never got to play, we were talking about earlier, that a lot of people never got to play Castlevania X because it never came out here until the Castlevania X Chronicles, and then it for PS3, PS4, whatever the hell. So somebody says, "Wee." Let's see here. All right. We got a Sasquatch answer today. Let's make sure that we didn't skip one before that. Who was before Sasquatch? A Sasquatch. La Cuevita del Tejón dice, hello. We need more SaruPro in Spanish. Tengo un canal en español. No sé si ya has visto el canal en español, pero sí tengo un canal en español. Aunque hace ya mucho tiempo que no pongo un video. Tengo un video ahorita que está a medias. Que estoy hablando otra vez del neo-geo CD. Aunque ya hice un video del neo-geo CD. Pero estaba hablando sobre la colección del neo-geo CD. Un poco hablando sobre más de los juegos que tenía. También otro video que tengo a medias para mi canal en español es el de otro de PC Engine. Estoy hablando de otro video de PC Engine. Dice, ya fui, pero no ha subido nada. Sí, ya hace tiempo que no subo nada porque como estuve trabajando en el juego de FX Unit Yuki, yo creo que lo más que subí en ese canal era cuando fui a Retro Game Fest en la Ciudad de México, que ahora va a regresar. Necesito que subir más, la verdad. Me tengo que poner a acuerdo, hacer más videos en español. Ahora en Twitch, nosotros hacemos los streams en Twitch en ambos, en inglés y en español. Porque ahora tenemos muchos seguidores que van a mi Twitch, que hablan en español. Muchísimas gracias a esos seguidores. Alberto está aquí, creo que también todavía. Él me sigue en todos los lados. Dice, sí, estás trabajando en FX Unit Yuki, FX, todo se perdona, dice la Cuevita del Tejón. Sí, últimamente, ahora estamos traduciendo FX Unit Yuki en español. El buen Stilka, no sé si conoces al Stilka, me está ayudando con la traducción de FX Unit Yuki para Steam en español. Y también tradució esta revista en español que se puede leer. No sé si la versión en español está gratis en línea, pero voy a tener versiones físicas de esta revista en español cuando llegue Retro Game Fest. Y también el libro de FX Unit Yuki está en español. Esta semana lo vamos a subir. ¿Dónde está el pinche libro ese? Siempre que quiero el libro no lo tengo disponible. Pero el libro, mi libro de FX Unit Yuki, ahora está traducido en español. Muchísimas gracias a Zeus, el Tibutrol y a Stilka que me ayudaron a traducir el libro en español. Dice, sí, has estado trabajando. Sí. Ok, me voy a Twitch. Bye. No, no te vayas. Nos tomamos foto en Retro Game Fest. Dice la Cuevita del Tejón. Órale, sí, nos tomamos una foto. Ahí me avisas. Dime quién eres cuando llegues a Retro Game Fest. Y te doy un regalito. Un regalito pequeño. Me tienes que decir, yo soy la Cuevita del Tejón. Y te regalo algo. Te regalo una cosita. Una chingaderita chiquita de Yuki, pero ahí me dices. Pero sí estoy en Twitch, si me sigues. ¿Ese es? No, ese no es mi canal en Twitch. Give me one second, I'm gonna share my Twitch channel. If somebody... yes, aquí este libro lo acabamos de traducir en español. Bueno, Silka y Zeus lo traducieron, yo solo le di las cosas. Pero ahora esto estará en español, completamente gratis para leer en línea. Pero voy a tratar de tener copias físicas cuando regrese a Retro Game Fest. Recuérdame, soy el amigo de Artemio que hace impresión 3D. ¡Oh! Cierto, ok. Dice la portada, se ve muy que no veo por la... Hay un pinche corazoncito ahí que no veo nada. Mira, me voy a suscribir a tu canal. Me siento mal que no estoy suscrito a tu canal. Me suscribo ahora.
Muy bien, hentai.
Una portada muy hentai. Sí, van a estar las monas chinas todas desnudas a tijerazos y todo. No, no te creas, no te creas. No te creas, eso no va a suceder. No va a suceder. Pero está en el OnlyFans de Yuki. Yuki tiene su propio OnlyFans. No le digan a nadie. Let's see. Matthew says, wouldn't it be a SaruShow if it didn't cross the 2-hour and 30 mark? I know, we're already almost at the 3-hour mark. Famicom Collective says, yay, Saru is playing games on Twitch. Yeah, we can do a stream. We'll do a stream afterwards. We gotta make like a pizza or something. But there's the link. Yeah, we'll do a thing. Let me finish up with these answers, and then we'll move on to Twitch, and we'll play some games. I can't wait to read the FX Yuki manga. Where's the bath scene? Where's the kissy scene?
The last one is Sasquatch.
All right, our last answer of the night is Sasquatch in Time. To the question that we asked, what game did you play much later in life, but wish you had played sooner, or as a child, or when you were a newborn, when you were a fresh European fetus in the womb? A Sasquatch in Time says, I would have to say any TG16 PC Engine games as a wee lad, Squatchy. I loved action platformers and adventure games. Being able to play such classics as Kadash would be some mind-expanding, imagination-inducing, total brain explosion, fantastical fantasy times. Seeing those giant sprites of Kadash characters towering over the screen would make me feel like I was a giant slayer of evil forces. So many loose boards on neighborhood picket fences would be pulled apart and attached to my hands to become my dual-wielding large broadswords. So maybe having no Kadash was a good thing for the beauty of my childhood city. But also discovering blazing lasers and other space shooters would be pretty amazing as a youngling. I wouldn't have known the straight up freak I would be if I had access to all those shmups of the TG16. But knowing how things were owning Nintendo games, or with owning Nintendo games, there would be a limited supply of overall games and a lot of training going on. So who knows what might have fallen into life's history. Today, I still don't actually have a TG16 or a PC Engine, but I finally got introduced to them during the Wii Virtual Console, which I wish would have come back onto the Nintendo Switch Online, and was fortunate enough to snag TG16 Mini. While I know it's not quite the same, it's great that there are still excellent ways to play these games to let the spirits live on. It's almost like we got to have pleasant hauntings of ghost games that we actually wish upon our worst enemies, because love thy enemy, right? I think Matthew 5:44 says, but I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, those jerks. Yeah, I added that last part in, but the rest is good. Moral of the story, have you hugged your PC Engine today? Or, oh, and what's this Wise game? It's also my answer. Wise, 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 says Sasquatch in Time. Yes, Wise.
Wise.
Hug your PC Engines.
Hug them tight.
Everyone grab your
Kiss
PC
'em.
Engine.
Dock
Grab
with
your
them.
PC Engine, hug it tight. Put stuff in its orifice.
Dock your...
Dock your PC Engine. Do what you will with your PC Engine. Do what you will. Put it on video. Share it with your grandma. She might want to watch. Big hairy arms all around you. Oh, that sounds dreamy. Oh, wait, you're talking about the PC Engine. Darn. We should do a pizza live stream. We all have cameras facing our oven, and we could watch the pizza cook while Saru Jesse talk on camera in the upper corner. That would be awesome. But what if someone's pizza catches on fire? And then we have it on live
It's still
stream.
Cat's birthday. Oh, yeah.
It is Dreamcast's birthday. It's thinking about naughty stuff. It's thinking about FX Unit Yuki. It's going. It's thinking about stuff. Very sexy stuff. Sexy stuff. Oh my god, PC engines. See, ha ha ha.
We have the wheel we're gonna do.
Alright, we got the wheel. Everyone's answers are here. Remember, everyone, every other week we ask you guys a weekly question. You guys answer it. We put all your names in a wheel, and you have a chance to win a game. We do this every 2 weeks. If you are in North America, we will send you the game. So if you're in the United States, Canada, or Mexico, you get a game. If you're outside of North America, then we send you like a little... We'll send you like a choice. You can choose a charm or a magnet or some cool like flat merch that we can send. Not a charm, sorry, a magnet, stickers, hologram stickers, that kind of stuff for the international folks. Unless you have a box coming from us, then you get it in your box. All right, we have everybody's names in the wheel. We are ready to go. How many names did we get? All the names, like right 21 names in the wheel. A lot of stuff, you guys. All right, we're gonna shuffle it.
Sasquatch was the last one. There it is.
We're gonna shuffle it.
One,
2, 3.
All right,
here we go, you guys. We're gonna spin the wheel now. Good luck, everybody. Wise.
It's gonna be. Looks like Matthew Roach. It's gonna be Matthew.
Oh no!
It's gonna be
Michael. He was the new name, right? Yep. He was the guy whose answer was hilarious. Michael. Michael was a new name. I don't know which Michael. Michael better hope his email address is there it is? Okay, good. Because if Michael's email address is not there, we can't give him his game. Michael answered for the first time. Sometimes that happens, right? Like somebody answers for the first time and they win a thing. Very cool. Let's recap Michael's answer.
Let's reread it for
real
Sasquatch.
quick. Michelangelo. Michael was number 11. Michael said it would be arcade machines. I'm not sure if this counts. Wish I could go back in time where I could hold a pocket of tokens. My parents leaving me on my own with a bunch of strangers, not knowing if I was dead or alive, or experience the madness of everyone enjoying new games of that era. I have expressed this to my close friends, but they insist that there's tons of them around still. But alas, we all know it's not the same with the dumb ticket redemption games with their beep beep boop boop crap and those disease-ridden kids coughing and screaming their heads off while their parents are on their phone. Sorry for the rant. If I had to choose one, it would be Bubble Bobble. I just love that line. Ticket redemption games with their beep beep boop boop crap. Those disease-ridden kids coughing and screaming their heads off. Love it. Congratulations, Michael. So cool to get somebody who answered for the first time and won. That's some luck, right? That hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah.
Where like somebody like new answers it and they won. Such a sassy answer. We almost thought for a moment that it might have been a sassy answer. I could be best friends with this guy, says Sasquatch. It really did. It sounded almost like a Sasquatch answer, right? It was so funny. All right. So that was it, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming in today. We're going to do like a 1 hour stream. We say 1 hour. 1 hour, 2 hours. I don't know. We're going to jump to Twitch right now.
We're going to Twitch.
And do a stream. So thanks, everyone, for coming in. Gracias a todos los que vinieron esta noche. A los pocos que vinieron que hablan en español. El Alberto, Tania. ¿Quién más vino? El ojero del tigre. ¿Cómo se llama? El caballero del tejón.
Los Tigres del Norte.
Los Tigres del Norte. ¿Quién más vino? Nos vamos a mover ahorita a Twitch por un ratito, por una hora o dos. I know, 1 hour equals 9 in Twitch hours.
Good night, Martel.
Yo vine, dice Juan Castillo. He says I came.
Oh yeah, Juan Castillo.
Juan Castillo.
1 hour pizza on fire live stream.
1 hour pizza on fire.
Let's do it.
1 hour pizza live stream on fire. Sorry, I pictured a live pizza on fire. See ya. Alright, you guys, we're going to go ahead and take off. We're going to jump to Twitch for like an hour. So if you guys want to continue the love on Twitch, you can. Come see us on Twitch. The link is there. There it is. SaruMaru VG. We're gonna move to Twitch. Ya nos vamos a mover a Twitch para jugar unos juegos, unas monas chinas desnudas. Si quieren ver, no se crean, nos van a ser monas chinas. Van a ser monas chinas, pero no van a estar desnudas. Pero si quieren, ahí nos vemos en Twitch por un ratito. Y nos vemos hasta la próxima. Thanks everyone for stopping in. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all next time. Bye bye.